Alrighty, we are live, so let's get into this. This is going to be the first game I'm doing kind of with a 80s, early 90s cartoon theme. I have a bunch more lined up. But this one's obviously going to be a play on the Ghostbusters. You guys are called the Spectral-Smashers. It's going to kind of take place in a sort of like a Victorian steampunk London sort of setting. The city itself is called Rûl. As I said, it's pretty much steampunk. There are some guns and pistols. I don't know if any of you guys ended up taking any or not. Basic D&D system, though. So I'm going to read this little opening paragraph, set the scene for you guys, and we'll kind of jump right into this. First thing I need you guys to do for me, though, is give me a 1d20 roll.
Wait, we need dice?
You need dice.
I forget dice every single game.
Let's see.
There we go. 13.
Let's see.
20. Okay, we're going to try you today. You're usually bad, but we're going to try it. Yeah, you're medium. 9.
Okay. Let's see. I got to learn names here, so let's see. Kyle, you are Valora. Got it. Wayne, you are Arn. Corey is Fennec. And Brendan is Boot. All right. All right, so this is supposed to be a simple day of you guys kicking back, relaxing, doing some reading or research here in the library, basically just trying to enjoy the day. You know, the old man Fergal hasn't been bothering you too much. He's been on your cases lately, you know, to try and clean up the city of all these specters and ghosts that are running rampant, but it's been a pretty quiet day so far. But, you know, some things, they just never seem to die quietly. You know, you have this day off, you're sitting there relaxing a little bit, taking in the sights. You know, there's a really good-looking librarian over there that Fennec's been having his eye on all morning. But just as you're kind of getting into the day, relaxing, ready things up, you hear this scream over in the distance. As you guys kind of look up across this library, you can see this girl, the librarian, who's been working behind the desk most of the morning, let out this ear-piercing scream and kind of fall back behind her desk. A big pile of books kind of blow up from the underneath the desk area. It's kind of like almost like they're birds flapping on the wings. The covers of these books kind of flutter up. You see this big whirlwind of papers toying around. You can hear a couple crashing bookshelves over your shoulder, and if you look behind you, you can see almost like that domino effect of the bookshelves, one after another, kind of going down in the back alleyway area. Fennec, as you kind of look up, you can feel the hum of your paralyzer pack on your hip. You can recognize the sounds of a banshee and its wailing screams coming from the loft area up above. Valoria, you're the first one to notice this spectral sort of ghost hovering on the loft area above. Very greenish colored. It doesn't quite look right. Not like most of the other banshees and ghosts that you've seen. Most of them have a more bluish, soft, pale blue kind of color to them. This thing kind of drips almost with like a greenish, putrid sort of color. Like I said, Valoria, you're the first one that sees this. What do you do?
I make a comment. I am not being slimed again, guys. And I point out for everybody to...
There's never a guarantee, my dear. I'm sorry.
You're going first, Fennec. That's the guarantee.
What? Where is it? I don't have eyes on it yet. Do you see it?
I point towards it to give indication.
Well, then hit it.
I'm informing everyone.
Yeah, Laura, as you kind of point up to this thing, all of you kind of see it at the same time, kind of hovering up on that loft. It's about 20 feet above you or so. There is like the side stairways that kind of come up and wrap around to the loft area above. You'd have to move up and around if you're trying to get, you know, close to it, but it kind of hovers there. And it kind of floats quietly. You can see it kind of wave its hands every now and then. Some chairs kind of go flying across the room. One of these tables kind of flips over. Boo, why don't you give me an agility or dexterity saving throw, please?
Who? Nat 20.
Nice. So you're able to kind of drop down as one of these chairs just flings over your top of your head and smashes against the wall behind you onto these little splintered pieces, kind of rain down around you. You look back up this thing, you can see its mouth, almost like it unhinges, kind of drop down to this big gaping hole of a mouth. And you can feel the scream start to kind of tear through your nerves, start to vibrate within your bones. Constitution saves from all of you.
Uh-oh. So it begins.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Not terrible.
19 plus 2, 21.
You're good.
I got a 19.
You're good.
14 plus 2, 16.
You're good. Brandon, you're not. So as you kind of look up at this thing, let's see, remember names here. Let's
Dodge
see, Brandon is
chairs,
Boot.
not dodge screams.
So all of you
Boot.
feel that scream. You're able to kind of shrug it off a little bit, but you look over at Boot, and this just has this pale white facade on his face. Wow, whatever you're holding, the book or whatever, just kind of drops to the floor as you're literally scared stiff at the moment, Boot. Everybody else can take an action, though. I had you roll 20s for basically entering initiative, so Valora, you are up first.
I am now, because it's provided that it's being an actual threat and attacking us, I'm going to go ahead and use my the paralyzer gauntlet that I have to try to grab it while it's in our visual.
Okay.
Using it with my Eldritch Blast. 15 plus my 5, so 20 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right. And 7 points of damage.
Got it. So as your Eldritch Blast hits this thing, it almost passes through it before it kind of explodes inside of what would be the internals of this thing. And it kind of radiates out in all these rainbow sort of colors, but it takes on almost like it drops a little bit shade darker into a little bit of a deeper green, almost a greenish blue seaweed sort of color. And it kind of spins around, its eyes glaring down at you, begins to kind of float over top of this balcony area towards you guys. Arn, you were up next.
All right, well.
Are we not rolling initiative?
I already got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
You weenie.
my 6-shooter is hooked up to my paralyzer and all that.
And you got them ecto bullets.
That's right. Let's do the ecto bullets. 16 plus 3, 19.
Yeah, that's a hit. And damage.
Damage. Hold on a sec. Let me get my 8-sided out. Oh, turn it all over the floor and everything here. Okay. 7.
Got it. So as your bullet explodes into this, again, it drops a little bit of a shade darker as it continues to float towards you guys. It kind of lifts its hands up, and you can see these long black claws that seem to grow out from the fingertips. Its legs snap backwards a little bit, kind of dog-legging before it kind of jerks forward, almost taking on almost like a goat-like sort of lower half of its body. You see a little horn starting to sprout from the side of its head. Fennec, you are up. You're muted.
Thank you. I'm gonna do that a million times tonight, guys. All right, so because his guys seem like they're kind of getting it a little bit, at least hitting it. He's gonna reach into his pack. It's kind of like I see it like a messenger bag, kind of. It pulls out what looks like a. Give me a second. I thought I had this open, but I didn't. Give me just like 2 seconds. Where's it open? Come on, computer. Do what I told you. Really? Stop it. So sorry, guys. I'm a bad player. I can't help it. There it is. He pulls out what looks like a fairly ornate little jar and it's got a what just black Icarus, nasty little tar substance on the inside of it, and it's within 30 feet of me. I'm assuming, right? If not,
Yes.
he'll move to where he needs to. And he hurls it at it, and it needs to make a. Oh no! It burst on top of it, and it is a 5-foot radius of sticky gooish stuff, and it's difficult terrain to it for 1 minute.
Okay.
Any creature that starts in it, has half its speed, and it whatever after that. So it can't, and it's gonna have a hard time getting out of it, and it's 5 feet around.
Okay.
Trying to hold it down.
Got it.
Yeah, this is the technique. I throw that on there, then I throw out the trap, and we suck it in. Let's do this.
Two of us already grabbed it with our paralyzers.
Yep. And Boot, you are up.
I am still paralyzed, or am I out of it?
You can take a basic minor action. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of coming out of it, so.
I don't think I have anything for really minor action. So I was probably sitting there with my feet up, like leaning back in a chair, and you see me with a book, and then I'm hit with that, and basically I just freeze for a second. And then as I start to come out of it, I'm going to drop the book, and as you see it fall open, you're going to see there's another book tucked into it that's a little bit lighter literature, we'll say. And I'm going to basically start to get up and get moving towards it. And I'm going to draw.
All right.
I will draw a sword as I do that and move towards it.
Is your sword hooked to your paralyzer pack?
Yeah, one of them is.
Okay. Nice. This thing kind of starts to float down a little bit. You can see that it's kind of caught up in this gooey, nasty substance that Fennec threw on there. Instead, it kind of stops where it's at, not really able to move, being hit by both Vlora and Arn, and then this nasty substance kind of coming down over top of it. And it just kind of flails its arms about. You can see some chairs lift off the floor and start swirling around. A whole flurry of papers kind of explodes around this thing. And it almost looks like it fades away a little bit, almost kind of disappearing into this tornado of papers that's kind of blowing around the room. Vlora, how about an agility check? Or I'm sorry, dexterity. Saving throw from you. I'm used to a different game.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. That should have a Demon Lord big time.
That would be an 18 plus 2, so 20.
Nice. So once again, you have a chair kind of flails across the room, smashing just beside you. You're kind of able to skip out of the way. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for the now. So I guess, Vlora, you would be up again, because that's all it's going to do at the moment. Because it just kind of spins around in this little tornado of papers. Books kind of flutter around it like little birds. Some chairs kind of fling around. It's hard to get a beeline on where this thing is. The whole image of it kind of blinks and shifts a little bit, almost transparent at some points. Other times it looks like it's trying to become like a solid creature or something.
Are we
But
still
it
holding
does
it?
have. Yeah, but it seems it's like shifting in little, kind of like blinking in and out of existence almost.
Okay.
Almost
Does
like
this
it's
thing
trying to leave or trying to get away or something.
But at this point, we do have it still.
Yep.
Like, it does look like we still have connection. Okay. I guess what I'll end up doing, because I want to try to keep a hold of it, is just blast it again to try to keep it solidified for the capture pod.
Okay.
19.
Yep.
And 4 points.
Got it. So yeah, your Eldritch Blast, slams into this thing once again. This time you can see it actually kind of explode. You can see the scorch mark on its chest where it hit, and it looks like a bit of flesh or something kind of peels off of it and hits the floor before it disappears as well. Arn, you were up.
Is it so? It's still there on the floor.
Yep.
Okay. And now we can see it.
Yeah, it's
Clearly?
kind of like blinking in and out of existence, but yeah, you can see it there in between.
All right.
Did it solidify when I had hit it? Like, did it stop jumping around after it got struck and then started doing it again?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to out of a pouch out of my belt, pull out a small little all that, and cast chromatic orb on it. Fire.
All right.
Should be 1d10.
First, you gotta hit it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll the hit first.
Right. Yeah. Oh, let's see. 14 plus 3 is 17.
Yep, that's a hit.
And for 7. Again.
All right.
7.
And you went with fire for it?
Yeah, I did fire. I can do fire, lightning, acid, whatever.
Yep.
So I went with fire because it's undead.
So as these little tiny bead of light kind of flies through the air, when it strikes this thing, you can see the whole body just goes up in flames. You can see this deep red orange color where its eyes are. And it's for this briefest sort of second, just a passing glimpse, you could have swore you saw something much more demonic, much eviler looking in place of this thing. Seen a large, muscular sort of demon creature. These large horns that kind of grow outside of his head and curl around like a ram's horns. An extra arm that kind of grew out of the breasts. And it lets out a bit of a growl as your little chromatic orb kind of explodes off. You guys can see all this tornado of papers and everything around this thing just go up in this huge tunnel of flame. As it kind of dives away, there's nothing there. You can just see bits of embers and ash kind of drift into the floor. This ghost, this banshee, whatever it was, completely gone at the moment.
Huh.
You said it moved?
Moved?
Not
No,
gonna be...
it transmogrified.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay,
a good word, yes.
Something else.
Yep, and then it's just like poof, it's gone
Completely.
completely.
Yeah.
All you can see left is like these tornado of papers that are all just kind of drifting down to the floor. Some of them still on fire from his chromatic orb. Some of them just burnt ash. A little pile of cinders on the ground.
You said it was one arm or two arms that came out from out of its chest, breast area.
Just one arm kind of out of the chest area.
Oh, okay.
Are we still in initiative actions?
Not at the moment, nope.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to smolder the flames, just so that no other papers or anything catch fire. We are at a library.
Yes, it's a lot of papers, a lot of old dry paper around here.
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
I'm gonna draw my second sword. Did it look like it was killed or it just like disappeared?
Yep, it just kind of like gone.
All right. Could I use my favorite enemy to make an intelligence check to see if I know what it was or where it went?
Sure. What did you choose for your favorite enemy? Did you
Undead.
Go with
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Ten.
All right. This seemed like it was perhaps, just your typical sort of specter, banshee or something. It was a woman. But, when you saw this chromatic orb hit this thing and this other strange entity kind of in its place, you get the sense boot that there's something more to this, that, there's more of a infernal or demonic influence here. That wasn't like a full-on ghost. That was something a bit more. Or it behaved in a way that, you didn't expect out of undead.
I'll just say that wasn't a usual undead, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah.
Can I track it?
No, you're gonna... What? Do you know something?
Well,
It's not usual.
Arn says to Fennec, maybe we need to look at your father's Book of Undead and Demons and all that, and see if if we recognize what we just saw before it faded away, and maybe we can know what we got here.
Yeah, definitely some research on this one.
Yeah, because he always kept the record of everything he did.
You know, you're correct. We'll definitely take a look. I don't know. It's but we've also seen where they can kind of make themselves look like they want to. They're usually full of shit, though.
Yeah. Well,
as you finish that sentence, Fennec, you hear this ear-piercing scream to the side. You look over and you see the librarian. You've been talking to her for a while now, Fennec. Her name is Kyra. A young lass, just started working here, maybe a month or so ago. Seems to be pretty smart into like occult stuff and has a lot of information on religion and that sort of thing. But she lets out this scream, and as you look over, all of you do, you see her get lifted off the ground and just hurled across the room. She lands next to your feet, Boot, and she kind of skids across the floor before her head smashes into a bookshelf behind her. And she kind of sits there, breathing sort of heavily, but totally unconscious. Right from behind the desk where she was working, you see this apparition start to lift itself up. It's almost like half of it is solid or like corporal, where the other half is still sort of ethereal and kind of phasing in and out. It kind of puts its hands down on this desk, and pulls itself up. And then once again, you see its jaw unhinged and this ear-piercing wail kind of go through. Fennec, you are up first, though.
Oh yeah, because I was next. All right. How far away is the girl from where I am?
The girl is right next to you. Just a couple feet away. Right. The thing itself is about 60 feet away.
Does she appear to be injured?
She's banged up, but she's not like critical or nothing like that.
Okay. I could have gave her a potion. I don't want her to drop. She's pretty hot.
She's just. She's not in any sort of like critical danger or nothing.
And clearly, if I save her, that's gonna be even more points. So he looks at the Spectre and he's just like, "You're one weird looking. What the hell are you?" And he just kind of says it, not threatening or any way. And I'm changing this on the fly. He's a potion guy. He has potions. I want to throw them. I don't want to use that thing in my arm, like I said before. So, he reaches in and he pulls out a ecto potion. Whatever. He's gonna throw it the same way like he'd throw anything else. So it glows in the dark, pretty nice. And he hurls one over to him. Why don't we do like all the other ones? Make a dexterity save, because all the other potions are dexterity saves. Yeah. And then the average is that I get 2 of something. Well, why don't we just make it a d6 like everything else?
All right. I got a 21. So
21. You just passed. Just. Maybe. Yeah, you're good. I think it takes half. Let's see. Just to make sure. Come back here.
Pretty sure alchemist stuff is save or die kind of thing.
On impact, detonate. Oh no, yep. Make it or nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, make it okay.
And then he's gonna kind of move. He's gonna grab the girl and kind of move off over into a bit of cover to get her away from the harm's way here.
All right. Yeah, when you throw this potion,
and not anything special, just help her up and get her to move. He's not picking her up or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't look critical. She does, she kind of have to wiggle her awake a little bit. She kind of groggy in the head, but she lets you, kind of help her. When you kind of look back over at this thing, you can see your potion just pass through part of this sort of ethereal part that's kind of not quite solid yet, and just kind of smash against the back wall. Boot, you are up. This thing is about 60 feet away from you at the moment.
Well, yep. Just gonna go charging towards it. Yeah, I'll use my full move and just move towards it.
All right. So you kind of have your blades out and you run towards this thing. You can see that it kind of pulls itself up over top of this desk and pulls itself over and it's kind of hovers across the floor, a couple feet off the floor, and just almost like a full run, almost. I guess a hover towards you as well. I don't know what this thing's attack even is.
Oh, and I do have a quick question.
Yep.
Since I know you said it only hooks up to one weapon, but since I'm specialized in 2 weapon, is there any chance I could have it hook up to both swords?
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, just
Alright.
follow the same damage, obviously. You know what I mean? It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I got a 17. I think that hits you. You are boot. Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, this thing kind of flies towards you. As you get your blades out and you get ready to strike this thing, it passes right through you. But it feels almost like your muscles kind of clench up and tie up into knots. You can feel some of your bones snap and twist a little bit. And this blood rush that just goes straight to your head, just pounding inside your head. Take 6 points of psychic damage. And Valora, you are up. This thing is right behind you, Boo. So it's about 30 feet away from the rest of you.
All right. Does it look like it is weakened at all?
A little bit, but not really, no.
Not a huge amount. So far, I haven't had my familiar do anything. I have a raven that kind of is around that I have. That I just named Black because it was the color of black. And what I'm going to have it, I'm going to direct it to do, because it technically has its own action. I just didn't roll its initiative. Figured it's easier to just have it do it on my turn. Is to move in for a help action to provide advantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to blast it with my Eldritch Blast again.
Yeah, all right. Go for it.
And say, we need to get this thing at containment. So 18 hit.
Yes, it does.
And that is 11 points of damage.
Nice.
So now you're ectoing it?
Yep.
Paralyzing it?
Using my Eldritch Blast with the paralyzer attachment.
Yeah. Now, is there like a holding effect to that? I mean, like it was in the movie, like.
To a degree, I make them have saves and stuff depending on when it's their turn, but it kind of depends on where you are at with its hit points and stuff as well.
Okay, just I mean, just interested if you do that. That's not.
Yep.
I didn't ask this, but is there any damage modifier that they're supposed to do? Or is it just for effect?
Just for effect.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything.
Yep. So you see Valora blast. This thing kind of slows down a little bit. You can see it's fighting against this blast that she hit it with. Arn, you are up.
Okay.
It still looks like it has a beeline on this Kyra girl, though. You can see its eyes kind of watching her, and as it tries to fight against her blast, it's kind of moving towards her.
Okay, being a rogue and having high dexterity, since my ectoplasm revolver is sort of a missile fire weapon, do I get 2 attacks per round?
Would you normally for a rogue?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can use it. Only thing is, it has 6 shots in it. So once you do the 6 shots, you'd have to reload. But yeah, otherwise, yeah.
I shot one the first time just because of the whole surprise factor, so I factored that in. But now that I see what's going on, and this is an all-out assault, I'm just going into mode.
Yep.
Yeah, do it. You just won't be. Does he have 2-weapon fighting?
No, but he can use his revolver, and just like with the hitting the lever at the top, just bam, bam.
Yeah. So the second one just won't have your whatchamacallit on it. Your proficiency bonus.
Right. Right. So the first one was a 14 plus 3, 17, and the second one was a 16 natural on its own.
Yep, both hit.
All right. Boy, I must like the number 7 on my 8-sided dice. Oh, okay, there's a different one. A 7 and a 5 for 12 total.
Got it. So as these bullets go into it and kind of blast chunks more of these flesh off of it and kind of blow apart inside of this thing, you can see it continues to struggle, fighting back against you guys. And this almost like it's in slow motion as it kind of crawls and floats towards where Kyra and Fennec are. This thing has like this dead sort of glare at you, Fennec. Looks like more towards Kyra, technically. But Fennec, you are up.
So did it appear as if we're kind of holding them well?
So far, yeah.
I'd like to, he has that eyepiece, so on and so forth. It's just not there for giggles. I'd like to scan it with something, maybe Arcana.
Okay.
Hurt enough for me to use my trap.
What are you trying to see if it's ready or not?
Yeah, see if it's ready.
Technically, yes. You don't have to roll anything. You can tell that it's below its kind of half weakened area, sort of. It's still struggling pretty good, but it's your call.
Yeah, he sees the dire need. He doesn't want to get his girl hurt, so he throws the trap in. And what do I do? Do I make a roll or something?
I do. Save.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. And they both hit it. So, and I got a DC of 20. So you can see that its lower half kind of comes down into that little narrow point as it starts to get sucked into this trap for a few seconds. When it kind of starts, it gets about halfway sucked in before this thing just kind of goes haywire. You can see it start screaming out of claws at the air and the books that are around it and stuff, and it starts to pull itself across the ground towards you, Fennec. Behind it, this little containment box that it has kind of bounces across the floor. It's about halfway sucked in, but it continues to fight back, pulling itself out little by little. Finally, you can see this containment trap box snap shut. This creature still laying on the floor as it pulls itself up, and it just makes a full-ass run right towards you. Boot, you are up.
Yeah, it was far enough for me to run without having to, disengage, or was it right in my face?
Nope, it's coming towards you now. It'll make it on.
Right. Yeah, I grab her by the hand, and we run 30 feet.
All right.
Trying to dodge behind a bookshelf or whatever. Whatever. Still coming. We're gone.
Right.
All right. Within melee range.
Actually, no, wait. Sorry. I'm gonna burn a luck point and make you reroll that.
Okay.
I forgot I could do that with luck.
I got the same number. Both were 18.
Oh, you bastard!
All right. Well, I'm gonna make an attack with both my swords then.
Okay.
Uh, 12 and 17.
The 17 hits.
All right. Can I take a bonus action to cast a spell while I do this?
No.
I was going to say, unless you have an ability to do so, spell would be an actual action.
Well, I have a spell that is a bonus action, I mean.
Oh, if you have a spell that can be cast as a bonus action, then yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then, as I'm going to do this, I'm going to click a couple triggers on my swords, and one of them is going to hum. That'll be the one that hits for 6 damage.
Got it.
Sorry, 8 damage plus 2.
Okay.
Favorite enemy if it's undead, that is.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use Ensnaring Strike on it. Which means it needs to make a strength save or it's restrained. DC 12.
And that will be a fail. So, actually, I believe. Yeah, it looks like you're able to kind of do this ensnaring strike. What do you do to try and ensnare it? Is it like?
I'm going to say that as I hit it, like the blade starts to hum with this kind of a blue energy. When I actually make contact, that energy transfers over and starts to like swirl around it. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
almost like a
Supercharging.
mist.
Yeah, you supercharge the beam or whatever.
You see this blue mist kind of swirl around this creature. And as it kind of pulls itself back up, being able to finally break free of this containment cube that was half sucking it in, it kind of flails its arms about, and you see this mist just kind of dissipate into little tiny butterflies that kind of flutter away. And it spins its head around towards you, and almost like it kind of splits in half. You see this very demonic, three-armed kind of creature start to pull itself away from this female banshee ghost-like thing. It kind of reaches out towards you. That's a miss. I am rolling horrible. But you see it's these three claws kind of just swipe at the air in front of you, Boot. One just rakes just barely across the bridge of your nose, giving you a little bit of a paper cut on the bridge of your nose before it kind of snaps back into this creature, which continues to run towards, or I guess float towards Fennec. I rolled a 1, 2, and a 4.
Oh
So
my!
Valora, you are up. This thing's about 30 feet away from you. It looks like it's making a straight beeline towards where Kyra and Fennec are. You can see her mumbling something under its breath. This Gorzak, 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 over and over. It keeps saying underneath its breath.
Was it held by the Ensnaring Strike?
Yeah, it shrugged that off.
Oh, lovely. Thanks. We love that.
So it's saying Gorzak?
Something like that, yeah.
How far away is Fennec and the girl?
From you, they're 60 feet away. They're right in between you and the ghost.
And how far is the ghost away from me at this point?
Yep.
Same distance.
Okay.
All right. I have to double check the spell here.
Oh, I have a question. Sorry about that.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and hex the creature. So I'm trying to find if it's a save.
Sorry, it makes all my stuff good. I'm just joking.
What kind of save?
It does not actually say it has a save. It's just within range.
Oh, okay.
No, what kind of save do you make it have a disadvantage against?
Yeah, I make it have disadvantage. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a... Do we know what the save is for the pack at all? Like, is it a dexterity save for ghosts? Or...
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, for the containment cube, it's a constitution. Yep.
It's a constitution. Then I'm going to give it disadvantage on constitution ability checks.
Okay.
And that also gives me a D6 added damage.
Okay.
16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's nice damage. 14, 17 points of damage. As I go, oh, I didn't say you could leave. As I try to do the blast and kind of pull back as if I'm trying to pull him back towards me.
Nice. Yeah, you can see this thing. It kind of lurches forward a little bit, and then it gets yanked right back by your spell. When it turns around to face, you can see these streams of black kind of pouring down from its eyes, from these open wounds that you guys have given it, and it kind of drops down. It looks pretty weakened. Arn, you are up.
Hit the pack! Hit the pack!
I'm going to because fire worked so well last time, I'm going to do the cantrip firebolt.
All right, go for it.
That means roll to hit, I believe.
Yep.
14 plus 3, 17.
That's a hit.
And 9 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, this thing, you can see these flames kind of rush up the body, leaving these charred marks. Once again, you can see that very demonic sort of entity kind of glistening behind these flames. Its eyes staring at you for a few moments, armed, before it kind of flickers out. This thing just kind of stands there, caught in all of you guys' different attacks. It screams out. kind of still mumbling this Gorshak under its breath, and it spins its head towards Kyra, lifting up this hand, and it kind of looks like it's kind of reaching out, trying to grab a hold of her and crushing with its hand or something. You see Kyra, that's right next to you, Fennec, let out a gasp and like clutch at her chest where her heart is. Fennec, you are up.
Okay. So he's 30 feet away from the pack?
You would be at the moment, yes.
But so is the creature.
When you guys use a pack and it fails, though, it takes a full round action to reset it.
Okay. I only have one pack?
Everybody should have one, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought because earlier in the...
No, I'm sorry. Two of you have one. You got two of them.
Yeah.
Fennec and...
So we only have two total?
Yep.
What did I make the damn things? Anyways,
You only had time for two.
yeah. No, it's all good.
Who has the second one?
Yeah.
I guess
I'll tell you what. It's Boots got the second one. You know what I mean? That's his boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So probably because I have to get up close, I probably have one.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's always right there near it. So, all right. Well, you stay right here.
Kyra beside you let out this scream as she kind of falls to her knee. You can see this burning handprint on her chest, this four-fingered handprint, just like burning right through her chest into her breast, where her heart is right here.
And is she clearly taking damage from this?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Damn it.
See her head kind of slip towards you, and she has like this help me sort of gaze. She kind of reaches up, pulling at your your vest.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I can.
How far away am I from her?
Well, it's
about the same, about 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but okay. So he reaches in, pulls out another one of the good old ecto potions, and hurls it at its face.
Yeah, right.
Dexterity.
That's a 21.
Roll it again. You can't keep getting 21s on me.
It's a 17.
Yeah, it so beats me. All right, yeah, it's he. Ah, shit, Barrett. That sucks. Let me look up one thing. I would say this would spell perfect. I just don't know the action order on this one. Give me one thing. It is right. We're doing. As a bonus action, I cast Expendious Retreat.
Okay.
And it allows me to move at an incredible pace as a bonus action each of my turns until the spell ends. I can take the dash action. So I'll take the hit. And I grab her by the hand that she's not clutching her chest with, and it's time to go. And we go. We dash off like 60 feet because it's don't move. So.
Yeah, when you look behind you, you can see this ghost with its hand out, and it's kind of like it's crushing something, and her screaming out in pain. There's flames in this chest of her, and she's kind of holding it with her hand. As you lift her up, she lets out this cough, and you see blood just spill down her chin, and she kind of stumbles forward a little bit. You can see the veins in her neck kind of pulsate. Her eyes bug out. One of them kind of bulges almost from the side of her head before it just kind of explodes across the side of her face.
Oh, fuck.
She lets out the scream of pain. Boot, you are right there in front of this thing. It seems to be gaining energy as poor Kairos comes to whatever it's doing to her. You see its head kind of turn towards you, and it lifts its other hand like it's going to put it onto your chest. But you were up first.
All right. Yeah. Gonna take a pack. Now, what do these packs look like? How do they, like, is it basically a
I see them as a disc. I mean, that's I don't know. It's
Yeah, he makes it. So it's kind of whatever. But you just toss it down. Mechanic wise, they make Constitution save DC 20 with a bonus equal to their hit points. But
Could I pull it out and shove it into it, like into its chest?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
they're
ahead and
small,
do that.
So. All right.
Apply
And
directly to the specter.
Disadvantage from the hex.
Yeah, it has disadvantage.
Oh, well, unless I rolled a 19 or a 20 both times. And that's a 9, so no. Yeah, as soon as you put this thing in there, you can see it almost in, just a few seconds. It's going to suck right into this thing, and it just kind of drops to the floor, spinning around in circles before it finally stops spinning and just kind of rests there at your feet, Boot. Steam kind of rising off of it. This thick, greenish slime covering it.
Is that a normal one for us? Have we seen green before?
They usually don't do this now.
Okay.
But it looks contained?
Yes.
Boot's going to turn and run after Fennec and Kyra.
No, she gone, ain't she?
And
no,
as I do that, I'm just going to yell back, someone grab that.
No, she just kind of drops down to her knees, breathing really hard. She coughs quite a few times. Blood kind of splatters across the floor. She's still alive, though. She took a hell of a
He reaches in her pack, feeds her one of his healing things. It's 2d8. I don't care. You can roll it if you want to.
Okay. 2 8s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fully healed. I came back.
All right.
She's never felt better in her whole life.
Yeah. When she stands up, you can see her blouse that she's wearing is burnt right through on the chest here. But there's this like 4-fingered scar right on the top of her breast. One eye is kind of healed over with this really fleshy colored pink skin. And she just kind of looks at you, Fennec. She goes to say something, but it's just kind of a really hoarse whisper. You can't understand what she's saying.
Is it her? Or
Yeah.
is that something?
No, it sounds like her, just like she's lost her voice or, something. It's just real hoarse sounding.
She's been spitting up blood and crap, I mean,
Yep.
It can't sound too good
Yeah.
like that.
Yep. Is she exposed?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, I want to show her decency. If
Oh, no.
Yeah, I would.
It has
got
like a
my best
burn
for
right on her
her.
chest, but I mean, yeah.
She's not exposed. Okay, I just looking out for her.
Valora goes and picks up the.
Are you okay?
She just gives you a bit of a nod. Go ahead, Valora.
Valora is going to go ahead and pick up the 2 power packs, going for the one that has the demonic creature in it first, because she wants to make sure that one is attained, and then the other ones she can start getting it into working order again if possible.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Yep, so you can reset this one. Just make note that you have it or whatever. And the other one is still really warm to the touch, but you're able to kind of pick it up and put it in your pack or whatever. Kind of shake off this nasty stuff that's all over it.
Yeah, he
Prestidigitation. Clean that off.
Nice.
He doesn't put it in with his potions and such. He puts it in his backpack or whatever. Did you give that to Finnick, or are you holding on to it?
Well, you're technically like 90 to 120 feet away from me right now.
Yeah, because you
So
hauled
I-
out.
Okay, so you put it in your pack. Okay.
So I have both. of
Yeah,
them
no,
right
it
now.
doesn't matter to me. I just didn't. I was just saying, I'm not putting it in there with my potions. That's just weird. If you had it to me, it's all good.
If
so,
I'd like to make sure that I collect some of the slime though, so that we can have it be reviewed.
Is there any?
Well, prestidigitation doesn't.
Study it later.
Boo, if you're right there and you kind of look over, it's definitely not something undead based. The slime or whatever it is. It's probably paranormal of some sort, but it's not like your typical ghost or banshee.
All right. And I'll say that again, just really curt and to the point, just that's not undead. That's not normal.
Nothing that we ever catch is normal. It's just different. Maybe maybe we I don't know. You guys take the pack back. Put it in the unit, I'm gonna see that that she makes it to the healer. I want to make sure she's okay. Is it okay with you guys?
Well, before you go, I have one of my own little gifts that I can at least try to protect her on the way there. If you don't mind me doing that.
She's not my woman. What do you mean? And she and
Your
any
friend,
kind
she's a
of
woman.
any kind of gives her a wink though.
And Valora does protection from good and evil, specifically for the undead.
Okay.
Because we don't know what it is, and we just know that the undead are around. All it does is make it so that she can't be charmed, possessed, or anything like that, and disadvantage on attacks against her.
What's the duration on that?
That is a 10-minute for concentration, so it's not going to be for very long. But at least I can make sure she's protected for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you know, I mean, Finnick would know what you're doing. You know, I mean, not the first time we've done this with somebody. You know, and just remind you that as we're about to leave, it's fine. We'll want to take full advantage.
Yep. But when they are about to leave, the way that I like to describe it is that I put my hand to her shoulder, and the spectral image of myself kind of goes out of my body and flows around her, as if to put a protective shell of ectoplasm around her that's kind of just this misty look to her, and then dissipates.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's cool.
She gives you a bit of a nod. You can see she kind of whispers, "Thank you." Finnick, you do know, maybe just from chatting to her, whichever, you know, her place is on the way back to your main headquarters, whatever you want to call it, your old fire station.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Now, I would like to scan the room, but say that is investigation. See if there's anything else I see around here.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. 16 plus 5, 21.
You don't really come up with much. You can see, you know, like where it was created. I guess if you go upstairs into the loft area, and it has like the shelving areas and stuff like that, you can see this large black scorch mark on the floor, and it has what looks to be almost like the Gemini horoscope type symbol, the two lines with a little squiggly type one between them.
Yeah, is that normal?
Onto the floor. You've never seen it before, but
I sketched that real quick. You know what I mean? Just the shape of it. Not, you know, I wouldn't say I'm an artist, but certainly sketch that down, the shape of it. Yeah. Anything else here, boys?
I'm just gonna say wait. And can I use my primeval awareness to spend a minute to concentrate and see if I can pick up any other undead around us?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, you can actually do it.
Do you have to roll or anything? I don't think so, right?
No, it's just I spend an uninterrupted minute concentrating, and I know if I have any favorite enemies around me within 5 miles. We can say if I focus, maybe it's a little bit less than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take a few moments to kind of calm yourself. You let the others kind of get stuff up and around as you take awareness around you. Here in the library, everything seems to be pretty calm, but you do have a very uneasy feeling. You don't detect anything specific or necessarily undead within that radius. And, you know, your senses don't like hone in on anything, but you do have a very queasy feeling as if something's about to happen, something bad.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
That's why we love you, Boot. You like to jump right in there, and you've always got a bad feeling about it. It's all good.
Am I wrong?
No?
Well, you're never wrong, because it's all...
We chase fucking apparitions and ghosts and shit.
So I'm right.
Does
Let's get out of
anybody
here.
recognize the name Gorshak?
Yeah, I heard it too. We'll just add it to the list. You know what I mean? It's there's a lot of really strange crap in this one. Are you ready, my lady?
She gives a bit of a nod. You can see it. She kind of says yes, but it kind of comes out more of a raspy croak.
Right. Hey, Arn, you know, there might be a book you like in here. We could say it burn up. And he gives him a week.
Do any of you have proficiency in religion?
No.
Nope.
I could have picked that one. I picked history instead.
Nope. No burrs.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, religion wasn't on my list as a rogue of the.
Yeah, it was on mine.
Yeah.
I could have taken it too, but it didn't make sense for who he is.
Nope, that's fine. No worries. Anything else you guys are doing in the library? You headed back to the old fire station.
I would like to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Actually, that's more Corey than Fennec. But yeah, can we take a couple if you don't mind?
Yeah, take a couple quick minutes.
All right, thanks. Be right back, guys.
What I was about to say is I was actually going to have Arn and Boot take the pods and go to Fergal and try to get information from him.
Okay.
And I was going to see if I can try to find Theo, the bard that had introduced me to Fergal, and see if he may have any bardic information on Corey or Shaq.
And Fennec and okay. And Laura.
And if you want to wait till Corey gets back for that, I'm fine with that too.
Yep, that works. So basically, you're gonna go with Fennec. So I'll just kind of hop over to Arn and Boot. You guys, we can run through you guys, and then when Corey gets back, we can pick up with Fennec and Valora. Assuming Arn and Boot, you guys, do take the packs. Are you headed back to the station then? While the other two take Valora home Kyra home.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and use my urchin background city streets and make it take less time.
All right.
Like
So
cut
you
through the
kinda
back
cut between the
alleys,
alleyways.
up and over fences.
Hoping poor Arn keeps up.
That and my road skills, yeah, I don't think we're gonna have trouble getting lost.
Nice. When you guys get back to the station, you can see Fergal sitting behind the desk. He has this huge sort of cylinder contraption, all these little buttons on it that he's working on. He peers around it. You can see these big, thick, huge glasses that make his eyes just look like two huge discs on the side of his face as he peers around to look at you. Says, what do you got? What do you got? Something good today, boys?
Got a bad one. And just not slam, but put the containment cube on the desk.
Picks it up and kind of looks at it for a few before walking across the room. He sets it on this little pedestal that's kind of hooked to what looks to be a large boiler kind of in the center of the room. He sets this cube on the little plate and it kind of sinks down into there. And you hear this loud scream and you see this thick greenish goop kind of slide through one of the glass tubes before it splatters into the side of this boiler thing. And the whole time you can hear this very distant, almost mumbling of Gorshak, Gorshak. It continues all the way through before it finally just disappears into this large boiler containment thing. Fergal kind of smacks it on the side and lets out a bit of a ring as he looks back over his shoulder and says, where did you find that one?
Library.
Yes, always the library. Did I ever tell you boys about the time I fought a Terskay in the library?
That must have been just before I got involved with you, old man.
Oh, that was
At least 3 times.
hell of a battle. Nearly lost my arm. He holds up his arm. It looks like it's perfectly fine. It bit me right here. Severed it right down to the bone. Thought I was going to have to get, a peg arm or something. Good times. Where the hell's my son?
He's taking care of one of the injured, an injured innocent in the battle.
Old Fennec always trying to get his way. Let me guess, she lives close by.
Of course.
I have.
Gives a bit of a nod. He says, so you don't look quite right there, Boot. What's wrong there, little lad? You look a little upset.
It was different than usual. It wasn't
Different? How so?
It wasn't just another ghost. It was something else.
There seemed to be some possession involved in this one, Fergal.
That's the word. A possessed ghost.
A possessed ghost? He says, don't the ghosts normally possess everybody else? Did I ever tell you about the time I was possessed?
Last week.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to tell you again over dinner tonight. What do you mean this thing was possessed?
There was something inside of it. It tried to grab me, but quick step, got out of the way.
Yeah.
And it kept calling Gorshak.
Kind of goes over to this bookshelf and starts kind of.
Maybe we should look at your tome of spirits that we've caught before, and we might be able to find out something about it. Oh man!
Good thinking. All right, that's what I'm doing here. And kind of flips through and pulls one out and hands it to you. You can see it's the book of demons and deities and infernal entities. Ever tell you about that time I almost got grabbed by a displacer beast?
Huh.
I don't think I remember that one.
That must have been back in your town guard days.
Oh, it was. I was wandering through this warehouse this old crazy lady had and potions and shit everywhere. Crazy times. But let's take a look in here. He flips open this book and kind of flips through it a little bit, running his fingers down the pages. He says, "Aha! I found it. Look at boys." Kind of waves you guys over. He says, "Oh, well, we gotta wait for Fennec and Valora before we get too deep into this. Well, why don't you fellas just, go have a few drinks or something, and we'll tackle this in the morning. Come on, I'll share the story of the time that I fought that Terraskay."
Terraskay.
Come on, Arn.
And you lived?
Oh, I grabbed that thing by the tail and yeah. Fennec and Valora.
And while he's getting ready to tell that tale, I nudge Boot and I say, "Yeah, let's go get that drink real quick. We'll come back when Fennec and Valora get back."
Yeah, Boot starts plodding out the door.
Behind you guys can see Fergal hustling behind. He's got his old cane that he's kind of moving behind you with, down yelling for you to wait up.
We'll be back, and that's it, out the door.
Fennec and Valora, you guys, head down the street. You can see Arn and Boot take off towards the warehouse with this containment cube that you gave them. This girl, takes your help, Fennec, as you lead her down. She kind of points out a small little cottage place on the side of the street. She steps up to the steps and gives you a bit of a courteous nod, Fennec. She kind of whispers, "Thank you." You can see that she kind of mouths something about, just going in and take a rest or whatever. She kind of coughs a few times trying to clear her throat. So thank you, Fennec. Perhaps we can chat tomorrow.
Yeah, clearly. Can I call on you?
She gives a bit of a nod. I'm not feeling well right now. But I'll be fine.
I'll be by in the afternoon. Can I ask one question, please?
See, she opens her door and gets almost closed before you say that. She kind of stops and looks over her shoulder at you and gives you a nod.
When the creature was nothing other than I can say holding on to you, it was holding on to your heart. Is that what it felt like?
She nods.
And it was squeezing, correct?
Crushing it. I couldn't breathe.
Okay, I just I wanted to be certain. It's the best science is usually fresh. I wanted to make sure you didn't forget anything.
No, like it was crushing my heart. It's strange to say. Strange.
Right, we'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. And he gives her a wink. Turns around now. Where's Valora?
Valora would have stayed back a little while to give you two some room because she's not gonna block you. But she's going to have black on her arm, giving it a note and pass it off, telling Theo that she's going to be coming for questions.
Okay. So as he turns, he gives you that look like, "Why'd you cock block me again?" Because it's kind of a thing she does, I kind of feel like. And
Uh,
right as he like the woman can't see me behind me obviously, so right as he's about to turn and kind of walk up the sidewalk back towards my place, right in front of his body he tells you what number he thinks you are.
What number?
Yeah, number 1. No, he gives you the finger as he walks past.
oh,
So yeah,
Well, I
and,
guess you don't want an attractive
good old
woman.
Jersey salute. Yeah.
So-
Good old Jersey salute.
Yeah. He was. This is the first time Valora's done this to him. Like, why do you do that? Yeah, I mean, but he just kind of starts walking fast, and if you catch up, he doesn't talk to you for about a minute of the stroll back.
Okay.
And then the conversation will be, kind of abrupt, but like he's definitely annoyed. I don't know. Is that funny? Is that okay if we did that? I hope that does the right things for you.
Whatever. Valora can be your big sister, sure.
Yeah. And it's so she's lovely though. I really do like her, Valora.
That's good.
One eye and all.
That thing grabbed onto her heart today. It grabbed. That's so different. I don't know how to.
How to,
We are leaving Pop. Today ish. What?
So,
You're coming, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Ironside.
Yeah. Sorry, not Brendan. Boots, come in and what Arn's gonna do. He's gonna chase the cash, man. So we just
well,
we'll take care of Pop. Don't worry about it, okay?
well, let's just say that woman there wasn't the only one that was taken against her will before, so I'm here to try to solve what may have happened to my life as well. So if you provide a benefit to that, I'm willing to help you as much as your father.
Well, it's not. I don't think he's aggressive enough. We've talked about this. He turns a lot of jobs down. We can do more work than this. We don't have anything else today. Just one? I'd go 4 times today if you want to.
Well, we'll figure out what's going on with this one. This seems to be bigger than just someone having a ghost story in their attic.
Right. And 100%, you just see that he's on big picture time. It's clearly he's, about what's going on right now, but,
And Valera's trying to reel him back. Go, hold on, we have a thing happening right now. But Valora looks at you like, going, I have a bard that I know that I'm going to go talk to about Gorshak, the strange name that the creature was saying. See if
is
he
this somebody
happens.
you mentioned before? Do I know who this person is?
Theo Lancaster was the one that introduced me to Fergal.
Okay, so
So
you're
he's
going
a-
to see Theo.
he's
Okay.
a-
That's
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
he lost a leg, and so he's a bard without a leg.
Oh,
That
what a nice
hangs
man.
downtown.
The best
Yeah,
kind.
so if that's on the way or whatever too, Finnick goes all the way back. I'm not going with her.
Well, as you guys kind of come around the corner stuff, you can see Boot and Arn as they kind of step out from the bar up ahead. Both, looking like they had a couple of drinks. Around up in the distance from the firehouse, you can see your dad, Fergal, just finally kind of stepping outside the door with his cane, shutting it behind him, and slowly walking down the street. Takes a couple of steps.
Yeah. Hey, Boot, you give me a roadie.
A traveler.
Whatever.
Yeah.
whatever your fancy is or whatever it is. You steal me a beer. What's going on? I couldn't make it.
I pull out a small skin and all that I keep a little extra ale in and hand it to you. Go ahead and have a bolt of this.
Yeah, no, he'll take it. Take a huge whack.
You finally see your father up in the distance start yelling. It's Finnick. I found it. I found it. Boys, come. And girl, come. And he's kind of holding up this book that he was, getting ready to show you guys stuff in. He kind of holds it up. When he does so, he kind of loses balance a little bit and kind of shuffles over to the side, grabbing a hold of his cane to catch his balance again, dropping the book on the floor, ground.
I'll go pick it up. Quick. That book shouldn't be on the ground. Let's go.
Yeah, as soon as you go to touch it, he kind of wraps you across the arm with his cane. Don't touch that, Fennec. You know better than to touch my books. Tell you this every damn day.
I'm just trying to help you, Father. Damn it.
Damn kids.
Come on, Fergal.
wanna live out back
that
at
you
the
don't
end,
have a
Fennec.
back for picking up your books when they fall on the ground. Let's go inside. We'll have some tea. I'm going to do a persuasion roll on our benefactor.
I take the rest of my ale skin from Fennec and sit there and say, "Come on, old man. I got something for you to enjoy while we go through the book and you tell us about the story of what this is that we discovered." And we all go back into the house and I give him the ale skin and so he can enjoy the rest of the ale that's in it.
Is this allowing me to take the book? Because I hope that's what you guys are doing right here.
Yeah, well, see, he's distracted now, so you can just
Yeah.
to the house.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, he
Or-
sits down
or-
in his
or
chair where he was
since we don't-
working on this thing.
Or actually into the old firehouse, what used to be used as the old firehouse until they moved to a new location.
Exactly. Kind of pops down in his desk, where he's been working on this weird gizmo thing, and takes a swig of your ale. Kind of looking at it. Ugh. Funny tasting water, but good stuff.
Valora goes to start making some tea.
He says,
Boot's going to position himself in a way to give Fennec a bit of cover so he can take the book and do whatever he needs to do with it. Just basically get between Fennec and Fergal. And just kind of stay there.
Exactly.
Fergal just stares at Fennec with a kind of this pissed off glare most of the time. He says, page 637, Fennec. Hurry up. Open the page. We don't have all frickin' day. You want to sleep out back in the alley with the cats?
No, I just want to read the book today, Father, if you don't mind.
Well, open the damn book then. You can't read it with the book closed.
Right. Yeah, and he pops it to 603.
Kind of wrote down, you see this, it's like a sketching on the left-hand side of the page of this demonic creature. It has 3 legs, 3 arms, these large ram horns that kind of wrap around its skull, 3 eyes, one sort of in the center there, and then 2 on either side. And it has 3 mouths kind of in a line across. This is kind of given the Gorshak of this demon prince. Up at the page, over on the right-hand side, you see what looks to be all these different ruins and tales of this demonic prince, its power over the paranormal entities. Sometimes they call it the Prince of the Banshees or the Prince of the Paranormal. And he says, I think old Gorsak is maybe trying to make his way to the mortal realms. What do you say, Fennec? Does this look like what you saw, Boot?
It's eerily similar, Father.
3 arms, red, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
We
what I
are
got.
dealing with a banshee. It's known as a Prince of Banshees.
It was only
Yeah.
partially formed, so I wouldn't,
He says, well, from what I gather, and over, you guys hear this door open in the distance, and you see this, not necessarily
Is that
squat.
pentagram thing in the book?
Is there what?
That pentagram
Oh, yeah,
thing?
the little symbol thing. Yeah, it's up in the corner. Yep. You guys hear the main, the front door open and close. And around the corner, you see this man kind of come into view, mostly balding, really heavy set, this big, huge gut kind of hanging over his belt. You see he has a nice made little vest on, kind of looks at you all. Y'all recognize him as the mayor. Kind of stands there quiet for a second. You see Fergal get ready to say something, and this man looks over and says, shut up, Fergal. Now listen up, boys. You guys are going to have a hell of a time here because there's something big going down. And as the mayor talks smart, you boys are going to have to take care of this. I've heard about the Spectral-Smashers. You guys are going to do this, right? Right? I ain't
Out of
got all
character.
day, you fellas.
Well,
out of character. Does he do this a lot?
That's
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Arn, who doesn't mind taking orders from the old man Fergal and all that, but he still kind of bristles at other authority and all that, is just kind of sitting there. You see him kind of getting rankled in the background there.
Fell down, Arn. I ain't looking at you right now. Boot, you gonna do this for me or what? There's something big happening out there.
What's
When
going
he
on?
says
Man?
that, I'm gonna elbow
Fennec,
Fennec and
I'm
say,
talking to you right
"Told
now,
you."
Fennec.
Yeah, no. What?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna, when he says something big out there, I'm gonna elbow Fennec and say, "Told you."
Well, you're always thinking. You know what I mean? Under the voice, you're always thinking.
Hikes up his pants a little bit. This man is clearly human, but he kind of comes over and takes the seat in this chair. He says, as the mayor gnome of the city, I need you boys to take care of this issue. Now listen. My daughter, she came home, one eye was missing, a little banged up, and she said, Fennec here. Shut up, Fennec. I don't need to hear no words from you right now. Said that he saved her. Now that's great. But she said this old Gorsak buddy, this prince of the Banshees, he's coming. He's gonna take over the city. And well, we can't have that, can we, boys?
It doesn't sound something that we approve of, as I place a cup of tea in front of him and in front of Fergal.
He says, well then, we have ourselves a mission. You boys take care of that. He kind of hikes up his pants again, turns around and kind of walking out like he's headed to leave. I need that done tonight, boys. No wasting time. I don't need this to wait till tomorrow. We got a big festival tomorrow.
Our usual wage, then.
No. If it's got to be done tonight.
Tonight.
If it's got to be okay. Hey.
Arn says double.
We'll put it on the books for you.
No job is too big and no fee is too big. That's from the movie. Sorry.
You can see you can hear the door slam in the distance as he leaves. Fergal just kind of groans. I hate that guy.
Who
doesn't?
Drink his tea.
Arn iterates, who doesn't? How did he get to be mayor anyway?
How's that lovely girl? His daughter.
He used to be a partner of mine, and the guy's an asshole. Anyway, I think what Mayor Tall-Schmart here was trying to say is, he mentioned that his daughter had the one eye. Now, did she take a burn on her chest?
Well, no. She said it felt more like it was squeezing her heart.
Poodle nod.
Wasn't there a scar on her chest?
Yeah, I thought that.
The scars.
I wasn't saying that there wasn't a scar, but there's the actual sensation for her was.
Yeah, there's a bit of a scar on her chest. You see your dad kind of crack you with the end of his cane, Fennec. Just give me the book. Give me the book. Ain't got all day. You know you want to sleep out in the alleys with the old man.
Come on, man.
Not even with the cat anymore.
And he hands him the book. And he goes over. And he sits where Boot's at, and he just just looks disgusted. No, he goes and gets a beer.
Fergal slides this book over, kind of runs through. He says, Gorshak comes into the world through others. He kind of looks up. He says, he marks them. One of his minions, one of his banshees. They mark their targets, burning this claw into their chest. If Kyra has this mark, then she's just going to be a portal into the world for this Gorsak. This isn't good, guys. And you can hear the whole ground outside, the whole building itself, shake violently for a few seconds, almost like an earthquake. And the old man kind of holds onto the desk. He says, "This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good."
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop.
What is it shaking underneath the containment center? Is what you're saying?
Yep. Well, the
Right,
whole,
and we already-
almost like an earthquake. It goes around everywhere.
Wait, no, wait. Did we contain it?
Yes, they contained it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we put it in the containment unit.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We put it in the containment unit.
Did that happen when I went to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fergal shakes
Okay.
his head. He says,
Cool.
"No, it's not that." He says, "That's contained. This is what I think you caught was one of Gorsek's minions, grunts. He says something, warlocks maybe." He says,
Well, I think.
"But if this girl was marked, then it's going to be coming through her."
Cool.
Boot's gonna move over and grab another containment cube.
Well, I
Yeah.
have the other.
Hey, thanks. And he reaches. He reaches. Fennec reaches out his hand because it's his. Give it back. Sorry.
You didn't ask for it till now, Fennec.
No, I understand. There was more pressing information. It's so, Dad. Do you know? Can I look at the book again?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to have access to these things. Dad, I gotta talk to you after this job.
It's very well. Just, go take care of the situation for the mayor. And says, I think you guys are in for a hell of a fight.
Well, if we make it through this, I think this is the time when time to pass it, Dad.
God damn it, Fennec! I don't have time for that right now. Go do your job. Says,
I'll be back here.
Be here to fix your errors when you get back. Been working on this damn thing you screwed up all day as it is.
Right. All right. So what do you guys think? And he turns around. He goes, "So what do you guys think? What are we doing?" I think that we should go out, start patrolling around. You know what I mean? See where we get signatures or something.
I think we should go looking around. You should go check on that girl again because she may be under constant threat, and you have quite a vested in that. A lot of us should try to do some investigation. I'm going to see if there's anything that this Gorshek could have a weakness to from lore about him.
The whole ground.
Can I go by
was a bit
myself
of a
this
shake.
time, Valora?
Do what?
Can I go by myself this time, Valora?
I guess this time.
Oh, thanks. And very snotty, like super snotty. You know what I mean? Like...
And Valora looks up and goes, "Black, keep an eye on him." And just the raven goes, "Meh."
I need a perception check from Boot and Valera.
22.
19.
Both of you good. So just as you kind of look over at Fennec and say that, Valora, you see something move in the corner of your eye in the kind of the hallway area. You look over, you see this man dressed in like heavy black leather, looks like almost like black leather, like torturer robes. They kind of hang off in tassels, and it brings up this crossbow bolt. It's only you don't get advantage on you. No. Okay. You can see it kind of lift up and pull the trigger. You see this bolt fly through the air just in the nick of time as you dodge out of the way. Behind him, you see 4 other ones rush into the room, their blades all drawn as they rush forward towards you guys. I need an initiative from everybody.
What's going on here?
Jeez, I'm throwing everything up on the floor.
I rolled terribly that time.
Let's see. Got
All my attention was on dodging that one crossbow bolt.
All right.
Valora.
+3 to 21.
Oh, nice.
Could this have counted as a short rest at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay,
Spells
so
back.
you get your short rest in.
Yeah.
Nice.
What did you get for yours, Fennec?
Oh, 10. Sorry.
All right, so I got
Last side of the
Arn,
door.
then I got Boot, then I got Finnick, and then Valora. And Fergal's not really in a capable position to fight back. So these 5 men, let me see what they got for initiative. They are up first, actually. So you see these 4 men rush into the room towards you guys. One running towards each of you as this other one kind of hangs back behind the wall, popping around the corner every now and then to fire off a bolt. So this first one's on you, Arn, which is a miss. Boot is a miss. Finnick is a hit. It's a hit. So 2 of them kind of pull out their blades, rushing towards you, Arn and Boot, and just kind of slash wildly. Almost looks like they're just trying to divert your attention or distract you for the moment. Their blades going completely wide. Finnick, the one that rushes towards you, kind of drops low, almost like he's just going to almost knee you in the groin before he comes up and catches you with his elbow right on the chin. It's going to be 8 points of damage to you, Finnick. And Valora, the one that rushes in towards you has this real thin rapier. You can see it's made of some sort of blackish steel. It kind of hums with a strange sort of sound as it whips it forward. It just kind of jabs forward. You feel pierce through the corner of your shoulder blade before it rips it back out, and the wound is almost immediately cauterized. You're going to take 10 points of damage, 5 of it's fire damage if it matters. And the one at the crossbow bolt missed, so Arn, you are up first. There's one guy right in front of you, but there's one on each of you.
Right. Quickly, because it's the fastest thing that I can get out, grab my dagger and just punch at him with my dagger.
All right.
15 plus 2, 17.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right. Oh, man. I'm here 4-sided. 4.
Nice.
Oh, plus my 2 strength, so 6. Yeah.
6. Got it. Yeah, this guy lets out a bit of a scream as you plunge this dagger in and then rip it free. Boot, you are next.
All right. I can't remember how they do it in this. Is it a free action to draw both weapons, or is it only one weapon I can draw?
I'll just say it's free to draw both. That's fine. I'm not worried about it.
Then I'm going to draw both of my short swords and go after the one that's right in front of me.
All right.
As my Underdark Scout archetype thing, I have a bonus attack on my first round of combat.
Okay.
So I'm going to make 3 attacks.
Nice.
So a 22, a 12, and a 15.
Yeah, the 22 and 15 hit.
Okay. Not undead, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Not what you can see, but no.
4. So 4 for the first, 8 for the second.
Got it. Yeah, when you slice into this guy, it lets out a bit of a scream. All you can see is just the eyes of these people. Everything else is just covered in these black leathers. When this person screams, though, it sounds like a woman. She kind of screams and jumps back before getting ready to charge back in towards you. Finnick, you are up.
All right. He reaches in his pouch. He takes out a fire vial. And he throws it on the ground in front of them. Not to hurt, you know what I mean? I'm not hitting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to, there's a bench, like a picnic bench or whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to jump up and stand on there and say, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on in here? Don't just fucking run into our place and start stabbing people. Is there a leader here? And I would like to use persuasion to persuade them to, with that type of question.
You can give me a persuasion check.
Yeah. Cool. Natural 20.
See the
Natural
guy
20.
in back alley, whatever, says, kind of peeks around the corner. I'm the leader, and you're all gonna die.
Wait, hold on.
Crossbow bolt ready.
Why are you here?
Anything else? Because they're not really paying any more attention to you.
Boot's gonna pipe up. Talk less, stab more.
Was that my whole action?
Talk less, stab more. Yes, that's it. They're assassins.
No, okay, yeah, but was that my whole action, or can I use that as just talking?
That's just talking.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's he takes an acid vial and throws it right into the area of, how are they spaced?
There's one in front of.
There's got to be something within 5 feet of each other.
There's one in front of each of us, Fennec.
Yep.
Oh, so I throw it right at the guy that's in front of me.
Go for it.
Nice acid one.
Is that my save or?
Yeah, you're saved, Dex.
Oh, that's a fail.
All right. That's 2d6. It's a 6 and 2 8.
Got it. See this man scream as he kind of steps back. His leather starting to melt down a little bit. You can see the flesh, pinky color underneath his areas that are melting away. Some of the areas where his leathers kind of meld with his flesh underneath. Valora, you are up. The one right in front of you. Everybody else seems to be handling the ones in front of them. And then the guy that's down probably about 60 feet away around the corner with his crossbow bolt.
What Valora does is she grabs a club that she kind of keeps to her side, just kind of a billy club. But as she pulls it away, that same ectoplasmic look that was with the protection spell goes around it and turns it into this a black aura that keeps taking shape of like faces of skulls and such. And she goes to whack at it. She casts Shillelagh as a bonus action onto it.
All right.
Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Can I give him inspiration for that? That was a great fucking use of the thing.
Yeah, I think he already has it, but otherwise, yeah.
But as I'm going for a swing, my Raven is going to come in to give me the help action.
Okay.
So, natural 20. So, how do you do natural 20s? Do you roll
Good
damage?
choice. You can roll twice or double the damage. Don't matter to me. Just call it first.
Okay. I'll roll twice. 6, 3, 9, so 12 points of damage. But I am trying to be specifically aiming for non-vital spots, like hitting the knee, but not jug like veins.
Got it. Sort of subdual like.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Kyle, why don't you roll for your familiars? I mean, it should have its own.
No, the help action is an action that it does.
Oh no, I understand what you're saying, but it should have its own initiative.
I just put it on his. It's easier.
Yeah, I was just doing it on mine just to keep it all neatly timed.
It's quicker.
Yeah, because sometimes it won't work out if it takes its own. And then somebody else gets that advantage. I'm not saying that to be rude to you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool that it doesn't always have to be just for you.
Right.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt.
Floor's up, so the villains are up. They all just kind of dive back in, trying to gut y'all. So let's see. This one's on Fennec, which is a miss. This one's on Arn, which is a hit. That one's on. Oops. Boot is a miss, and Valora is a hit. So the ones on Boot and Fennec, both of them kind of rush in, trying to, almost like they're still trying to distract you a little bit as they kind of swing and their blades around fancy-like and kind of jut towards you, neither one hitting. The one in front of you, Arn, does hit, though. 10 points of damage as this one comes in, kind of this curved scimitar like a blade, and opens this gash on your chest before it kind of hops back a step. And then the one on you, Valora, rushes in again with that rapier-like blade, plunging it through your shoulder blade again before ripping it free. It'd be 6 damage, 5 is fire damage.
All right.
And Fennec, one more on you. The guy with the crossbow bolt kind of pops around. You can see him just in the distance as he levels his crossbow at you, Fennec. You can see that click, or hear that click, and then see that bolt is flying towards you. Not quite quick enough to react. You can feel it kind of sink its stuff right into your stomach. It's going to be 9 points of damage to you this time.
All right.
And that goes back to the top. Arn, you are up. The one in front of you looks pretty banged up.
By this time, I can get my longsword out. So I throw the dagger in my weak hand sword and attack with that. With a 17 plus 2, 19.
Yep, definitely.
All right. I really like the number 7. 7 plus 2, 9.
And you can describe how you kill him.
Well, it's because he hurt me so bad. Just you know, in my anger and daring and brashness, just grab it, take a full-on, you know, one-legged leap toward him, you know, a long stride, as it were, bringing the sword down right there between the collarbone and the neck, and just cutting through bone, or at least crushing and cracking it and cutting into jugular, and watching the blood spray.
Nice. Yeah, the guy kind of falls to his knees and then falls forward, letting out this last sort of gasp. For this last sort of breath, you can hear him say, "For Gorsach," as he kind of hits the ground hard. The whole ground quakes a few times, and you can see outside it's daylight, but everything all of a sudden just goes completely dark outside, and this reddish sort of haze starts to kind of flow through the wind, or, you know, flow through the streets and stuff out the windows, almost like a fog. Boot, you are up. The one in front of you is pretty banged up as well. You're muted.
Yep, I saw the little thing light up. Can I make a perception check to see what they're trying to distract us from?
Yeah.
Uh, 21.
Nice. It doesn't look like anything like site specific, but it just looks like they're trying to waste your time, almost cause you to slow down or not get to something as quick. Basically, just there to waste your time, really.
All right, I'm just gonna call out. They're wasting our time, and I'm gonna make 2 attacks on the one in front of me again.
All right.
Ooh, second one is a natural 20.
Alrighty.
So an 18 and a 25.
Yep, both hit. It only has 6 hit points, so assuming you do more than that.
Yeah, I get a +3 on both my attacks. So.
Okay, so yeah, you can describe what you do to him.
So I'm gonna say they're flourishing these swords around, trying to do all that. I'm gonna say I parry one out of the way and I ram one sword right into the chest. And I take the other one and I kind of spin it in my hand so it's underhand and just bring it straight down into the collarbone.
Nice. And again, he does the same thing when he kind of drops down and says, "For Gorsash," before he kind of hits the ground.
All right. Gonna kick him out of, or I'm gonna put my boot on him, big heavy ass boot. Pull my swords out and run towards the one with the crossbow.
Alrighty. Fennec, that puts you up.
Great. Yeah, he's just gonna. Is mine looking pretty bad too?
Half, I guess. Not looking good.
Half. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna just throw another one at his head.
All right.
So miss it.
That's a hit again. So damage.
Oh, good. Six.
Got it. This guy's not very dexterous, apparently. 6.
Yeah, apparently not.
Acid again.
Yeah, I see.
Right. Yeah, this vial kind of smashes onto his face. You can see as it kind of starts to melt away, this leathers and stuff, this leather helm that he kind of has on, or cap, I guess it would be. You can see this right on the side of his right cheek, this big tattoo that resembles the same sort of like Gemini symbol that this Gorsuch has.
Yeah.
But like that same symbol is like tattooed on the side of his cheek. As his kind of skin kind of melts away, you can see his teeth kind of showing through his cheek.
Oh, he's a cutie.
He is looking really rough, but he's not quite dead. That puts Valora. The guy in front of you is banged up, but you did subdual, so probably busted kneecap and broken jaw at the moment.
So for my next bonus action, I'm going to have it where I cast Hex. Shillelagh is a time thing; it's not a concentration.
Okay.
And Hex, the one in front of me, he's got a disadvantage on dexterity. And I'm going to go ahead and try to hit him, but I will move my bird to heckle and distract the one with the crossbow.
Okay.
So my raven goes over there to pester him and try to give him disadvantage on attack.
Okay, yep.
22 hits.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's 13 points of damage.
Okay. Trying to do subdual again as well?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you're going to knock him out or do whatever it is you want to do to him. I'll let you describe that.
So Valora had gone for his knee the first time. He had been stabbed into her shoulder. She grabs his wrist as he's trying to, as he's pulling out to keep him in range and keep his guard open, and just smacks him outside the head. But as soon as she does that, just this echoing sound of as what looks like part of a spectral bit of him comes onto her as she gets 6 temporary hit points.
Got it. And that puts it back to the end of the round, so the villains are up. You still got one in front of you, Fennec, who's melting away, but he's kind of slashing like mad, and apparently very mad because that's a 2 on the roll. So just kind of flailing around like crazy. You can see the other guy in the distance kind of bring up his crossbow bolt as you're running at him, Boot. And that is a natural 20.
Is that with the disadvantage?
Oh, good call. Thank you. Nope, but that would be a 14, which is a miss, actually. So,
Yes!
Thank you.
And that's both of them. You can see this guy with a crossbow kind of drop it and just turn around and start running out this, towards down the hall as if he's leaving the building. And that puts Arn. You are up. There's still one on Fennec who's slashing at him like mad. That's within melee range of you. You're muted, Arn.
Yeah, okay, I see that, and I'm coming up behind Fennec's assassin, and because that's all I could figure that these people are. And I do the sneak attack. Let's see. Let me look here. Okay, so I just roll attack, or do I just automatically get coming up behind?
Yep, you
well, that's
attack.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 221.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And double D6, I guess it is, right?
Yep. Because he's not paying any attention to you as you come up behind him. He only has 2 hit points, so you're going to kill him regardless. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, with the 5 and a 3, 8, then yeah, I guess I do. Come up behind him, slip it in right between the appropriate 2 bones of the rib cage, so it goes right into the heart, and snicker snack.
Nice. So you can see this sword kind of jut out from his chest in front of you, Fergal, and get slipped away. It kind of falls. Once again, this person kind of yells out for Gorshak before he dies. You see Arn standing behind him, his sword covered in blood. You can hear the running footsteps of this guy who's running ahead of you, Boot. As you kind of come around the corner, Boot, and you look down the hallway, this man seems to be running a lot faster than you are. His feet are nothing but a blur, and within just a few seconds, he's like gone out of sight. You can see that he must have been using some sort of magic or something. But you have this thick red fog that kind of rolls through the doorway and down the hallway. When you look outside, I guess you'd have windows around you guys as well. So whenever you guys, any of you, look outside, you see the whole town is covered in this thick sort of fog, and you can see what look to be almost like little imps kind of forming in the fog. You can see skulls floating through, people crawling across the ground that are half solid, half ethereal. Up in the sky, it's taken on this very deep reddish tone, and you can see the whole ground quake again. You can hear the crashing of a couple buildings. And if you guys look further down your street, you can see this bright bluish colored flash at the top of what they call the Mercy Bridge. It's this big bridge that kind of goes over top of the main street between two buildings. And there's this bright blue flash up at the top of this bridge. And then you see this swirling vortex start to form. It's probably about half a mile down the street from you guys.
All right. Well, Arn's going to quickly say, Fennec, all around, at least for us who have taken some serious hits.
Yeah, I can give each one a day.
Right?
It's D8.
No,
It's
one
D8,
now. No, it's 2d8.
2D8.
Uh-huh.
All right. I was 10 down. I rolled a 6 and a 4, so I'm back up to exactly where I
Nice. Is anybody else want one?
It's okay.
I definitely need one.
Yeah, you only get one, so.
Yep, so 2d8 for you two, Valora.
So I rolled a 6 and 8, so that's 14. I'm technically down 2, but I still have that 2 or that 6 temporary hit points.
Thanks. You see Fergal point out the
that
window at this vortex that's kind of forming at the top of Mercy Bridge. He says, there. That's where you need to go. That's where the beast will form.
It's most likely where Kira is going to be too.
He says, I'm thinking so. He's gonna come
How?
almost like possess her, I think. Maybe take over her body, maybe take over her mind. I don't know. He says, if she's been marked, she's gonna be acting as a portal, though. I don't know what that means.
She's his portal? Oh, geez. Yike.
All right, well, we have 2
All right.
pods, right?
Yep.
All right, let's take these 2 pods. Fergal, hold this man here. I left him alive for questioning later.
Fergal zip tie this guy's hands behind his back. I got this guy, and you guys deal with that. Fennec, you better do this good. This is your chance to take over the family business, boy. Otherwise, you're sleeping in the street with the cats and the old man. Got it?
Yeah.
Boot's gonna lean over to Fennec again and say, "Don't worry, we have to sleep on the streets. I know a good spot."
Yeah, being a rogue, I know a few myself.
Yep.
Laura starts just going outside and has Black go scout ahead, kind of flying over to see if he can see anything.
As soon as you step outside, you can. It's almost like this fog is sort of solid. You can feel it kind of tickle up your legs. It almost feels like things crawling across your feet, and you can feel tugs at the base of your pant legs, almost like it's alive. When you send your bird up to kind of look around, can you see through its eyes?
No, but I can communicate with it.
Okay.
Partially. Like, it has to be within certain range of me, so right now it's just scouting and then going to come back to me to give me information.
Okay. Yeah, you see it kind of go up and circle around and swoop back down. You get this sense between maybe its movements or, however it communicates with you. It looks like the town almost maybe is under attack or something. All of this fog is coming from small holes in the ground, almost like sewer drainage or something. Just kind of bursting up from these ground holes. You can see all these strange impish-like creatures and half-formed bodies, souls of hell, kind of crawling through this fog. And it seems to be almost taking over the city. You can hear screams in the distance. The whole ground quakes a few more times. And you see this big crack open down the street and kind of start splitting apart. More and more of these strange souls and demonic sort of ghosts crawling up from this hole.
I think we need a pay raise. It's going to go towards the vortex, thinking that the main entity is going to be there.
Well, I think we just need to focus on the vortex and not through and get there.
Lead the way.
Everybody's running that way then?
Yeah.
Are we?
We have the two
combat?
Real quick. We have the original 2 units and the containment unit. Looking on another one. Did we grab that one, gents?
Yeah,
Did anybody?
we have 2. We're fine.
Yep, we got both. Who has the 2 of them?
Same people.
Fennec and Boot. All right.
Okay.
Are we technically in combat?
Nope, you're kind of out of that, but Boots, you're the first one out there, followed by the others as they rush out behind you. As you step out into the street, and you can see that, that vortex thing, and you can get this message from Valora's. What do you have as a
It's
crow?
a
Raven? Yeah, you kind of relay this information to the others as your Raven kind of takes off, continuing to scout ahead. You do get the sense that whatever this vortex up is at the top of Mercy Bridge, it's way at the top of the bridge. You do know that you can go through either side tower to get up into it, or the main bridge itself is under construction, so there's scaffolding and such. But as you guys rush down the street, the whole ground continues to quake a little bit. You can feel these tugs and these things kind of brush against you through the fog below. It's up to about your kneecaps or so. The ground gives a bit of a jerk, and then you see this another pit just kind of tear across the side of the road. The cobblestones kind of falling down into this pit. I need dex saves from everybody.
All right.
18 plus 3, 21.
You're good.
12 plus 2, 14.
I got a 14 as well.
Got it.
I got a 7.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So, Boots, you're in the lead. As you're running down, the others quickly kind of skid to a stop as this hole opens up. You're continuing to run. It's almost kind of like you run off and your feet are still going over this pit for just a second before you drop. Valora, you're the one that's right behind him. If you want to give me a strength saving throw, maybe to try and grab a hold of him in time.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, you have no strength, do you?
I have a -1.
Oh,
God.
God.
But I
That's a
rolled
big
an
guy, too.
18. That's a 17.
Nice.
That's not bad.
So, yeah, you kind of jump forward onto your stomach, kind of reaching out, grabbing a hold of him. You get just a hold of his hand, Boot, as you're kind of dangling there. When you look down, it's almost like a sea of faces and skulls and body parts kind of swimming about 20 feet below you. And you can see this hand kind of climb up out of the water. It looks like it's formed of all different body parts and stuff, bones, as it reaches up, kind of swiping away at the bottom of your feet, trying to grab a hold of you. And it grabs a hold of your left leg, almost kind of trying to pull you down. His Valora is up above, trying to tug you back in. You're caught between the two. Arn and Fennec, what are you guys doing?
Well, Arn has, decent strength. He's going to run over there.
Dear God, he's ripping off my arm.
He's going to go over there to help Valora with one arm, the pull, while with the other arm, he has his plasmic revolver and just take a shot at the hand.
All right, sweet. Give me an attack roll. I'll give you advantage, actually, on that
Now
one.
I roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. Oh, good
Right.
God.
Give yourself advantage on it anyway, so roll again.
Oh, okay. 14 plus 2 is 16.
Nice. So as you both hold on to Boots, trying to drag him up floor, you kind of pull in him. You can see Arn come to your side and just lay a couple blasts into this skeletal-like arm. It blows apart into pieces, kind of rains back down into this swirling sea of gore below you, almost like it's the sewer drain. You guys kind of drag Boots back up onto the top of this. When you turn around and look, you got about a 10-foot gap across the street to get to the other side. Up ahead, you can see the whole bridge itself begin to quake a little bit. You can see a couple cobblestones fall from it. This vortex getting bigger. And it looks like this dark, very brooding, huge sort of form, maybe 20, 25 feet in size. This leg kind of stepped through this portal. The whole ground shakes again. What do you guys do?
Well, I guess Laura, Arn, and Boot are picking themselves up off the ground on the edge of the pit. But yeah, I guess it's kind of Fennec. What are you doing there, bud?
Yeah, we got to get to the other side. Can't just stand here.
All right, well, and then Arn with that sits there and goes, well, never goes anywhere without some rope. And
yeah, I got some as well.
And the road, it's 10 foot wide across the road, but there's buildings on each side.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
Right.
so on I guess like on a Victorian houses always had those little a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them had those little overhangs over the doorways, even if they were kind of like row houses, you know, like
Right. Yeah, those little. Yep.
like that, right?
Yep.
And so he's going to wrap around some rope and tie it up along the angled, whatever part of it they call that. That holds up that little roof over there.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called either, but
He's going to basically climb windowsills and walls and all that to get to the other side of the 10-foot pit.
okay.
And tie it to a lamppost or something like that, where everybody can kind of hand over hand or reverse crab crawl across the rope, whatever they want to do.
All right. Give me an athletics or agility or acrobatics, whichever one you have that's higher.
I got acrobatics. That's actually one of the skills I picked.
All right.
And I got a natural 20.
Nice.
So
So yeah, you totally spider climb across these buildings and hook this rope up. Maybe throw it back over to Fennec. You guys will have to take either athletics or acrobatics to get across this thing, whichever one you have, whichever one you want to use to climb across this rope onto the other side.
Yeah, I got this tied across the those little cross posts underneath the gas lamp part and the pole part. You know, where the little parts stick out. Those little it's like cross shaped.
Right. Right.
To hold it up, to hold the rope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Yeah, so Fennec's gonna do this. He's gonna take his own potion. He hasn't taken one yet. Because if I fall in there, it's gonna be the end of Fennec. maybe if I have some good hit points, it might not be. But of course, I rolled 2 ones.
Oh no.
That's how it works.
You mother truckers.
Oh, damn it.
That's awful. I joked about that in my head just a second ago.
You need to be a little bit of light
Nice.
enough to get always maximize.
No,
skill.
wait. I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do luck because it's not a saving throw or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not a D20 roll.
Shit.
Who's
All right,
climbing
go.
first then?
I'm going.
All right.
I was taking a hit of courage and I was going.
Athletics or acrobatics, which either one you want to use.
Yeah, well, one's a 0 or one's a -1. So
I'll go with
Yay.
the 0. Yeah.
I got a 19 though.
Nice.
Oh,
So I got a 0.
So you kind of slowly do the kind of backwards crab walk across this rope, dropping down the
That's
other
not the
side.
first freaking rope I ever climbed across before.
Who's next?
So
Go ahead.
yeah, he gets over the other side and he who was that that climbed over and did that?
Arn, your road.
Okay, yeah, all right. And I go, hey buddy, can you scout just a little further ahead? We should, probably make haste.
Well, and Arn says to Fennec, keep an eye on that thing while we try to get the others across. I'll take care of this. You take care of that.
Yes.
Valora looks at Boot, goes, Boot, go ahead. We need both packs over there now.
Boot's gonna draw a sword and say, "You first."
Raise my hands up like I'm being.
I'm gonna when she goes to move, I'm gonna turn around and basically cover us.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do acrobatics because that's what I was trained to do when I was younger.
When you turn around,
Natural 20.
Nice. When you turn around, mention that you're going to guard her, you can see her get on the rope and start climbing across. When you turn around, you see what looks to be about 3-4 of these. They look like humans, but their bodies are completely mutilated. You can see the skin's been torn off in different areas, partly rotted, just kind of crawling through the fog towards you. They're about 20 yards away or so, slowly moving, but you can see their eyes are set on you as they groan out. Somebody kind of steps outside of one of their houses, the doors or whatever. You see they look like they're frightened as they kind of backwards out of it. And then this huge beast stomps through. It's probably about 12 feet tall. Looks like it's been stitched together by all different pieces of humans. You can see 3 different arms, but at the end of each arm is another head with these razor-sharp teeth that are flailing about. And it kind of swings down, grabbing a hold of this lady who stepped out of her house and begins to tear her apart. One of the heads kind of turns in your direction. Valora, you're able to climb across this rope and get to the other side with Fennec up ahead, Arn's moving ahead. That leaves Boot. 3 zombies and a big zombie type thing all are getting ready to move towards you.
It sounds like a flesh golem is what it sounds like.
Much, yeah.
And Arn screams to Boot, Boot, get across now.
Boot's just going to go, nope. Sheath the sword and go across that rope.
All right. Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics will be a 21.
All right, yeah. You're able to grab a hold of this rope. Maybe just swing across. That way you guys can keep your rope and get your end of it. Dropping to the other side, you can see one of these zombies kind of crawl forward and just kind of drag itself right over the lip of this pit. The other ones come to a stop. Lets out a bit of a roar. You can see this huge one kind of take a few steps back. A few more steps, it kind of hunkers down, sort of low to the ground. When it springs up, it's just these stomping runs, and then it leaps through the air, landing with a huge thud on your guys' side, letting out this bit of a roar. What do you guys do?
It's the Incredible Hulk is what it is.
It's very green and has these really awesome ripped denim shorts on.
Yeah, right. Just with 3 arms with heads on the end of them.
That's right.
Does it look like we can actually outrun this thing?
I don't think so.
If you hurry, yes, but it's quick.
Oh. Where are we
The whole ground quakes a little bit, and you guys do look up at the Mercy Bridge. You can see this really dark form pulling itself from this portal. You can hear this growl kind of echo across the sky.
We got to shut this portal before it comes through is what we got to do. That might make all the rest of this crap go away, guys.
Boot, you know narrow passageways that can get us to the Mercy Bridge?
Of course. And I've already started moving.
All right.
All right.
Big creature, it's going to have a hard time going through smaller passages.
Yeah, dashing. Let's go. Dash, move, let's go.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn and book it, and I'm going to try and duck through some alleys and kind of go places where to slow it down and try and get us there.
All right.
Being the rogue, I don't want to, but being part of the team, I guess I'll keep up the flank then. While everybody's running to make sure it's not figured out a way to follow us.
Since you're leading through these back alleys, so why don't you give me a survival check?
I've got that. I might have that. 13.
All right,
Is this
you kind of
terrain?
you lead them, through these back alleys. All the while, you can hear the stomping of this creature. Just a face of running. Boot has you slide down between a few fences, down through a couple back alleys, around some corners. Eventually, you pull yourself back out into the main street there, just a few blocks away from Mercy Bridge. As Boot dashes across the street. Just as you guys cross the street, this thing right on your heels, another big crack kind of opens across the ground. As you turn the corner in this last alley, though, Boot, you realized you grabbed the wrong alley. You wanted the one that was up ahead, as this one ends in a solid dead end. Just a 10-foot brick wall in front of you guys. As you kind of back up to it behind you, this thing stumbles forward, lets out this huge roar, getting ready to rush in.
I hate to retcon you, but I might.
Darn.
Sorry. Natural Explorer, I can't get lost except by magical means.
Sweet. Okay. So yeah, you push a few blocks on this thing and watch part of the wall kind of open up as this little a hidden doorway you've known about here. Slides apart, open into the next alley.
All right, I'm just gonna open up and go, go, go.
Okay,
As
so
all you kind of
we all bolt through.
as you kind of slide yourself through the
Hang on.
boot and you hit that button on the other side that kind of slams closed. You hear this heavy thud, and then another one as this thing pounds on the other side of this wall. In front of you guys, you can see what looks to be the one tower that you were headed towards that would lead up and then to the Mercy Bridge itself. But the whole thing is being just filled with all these bodies that are crawling down the stairways, and the whole building kind of crumbles a little bit and shakes as this ground quakes. What do we got here?
The scaffolding's got to be in worse shape than that tower. Then, holy crap!
Yep, you can see the scaffolding kind of hangs off in bits and pieces. You could, depending on how you guys want to get up there, it's 3 stories above you. You got scaffolding parts. You got some of this tower that's still left. Does anybody have a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Yeah.
How would you get a passive perception? How does that work?
It is your wisdom plus your proficiency bonus and whatever if you took perception as a skill.
Wisdom plus proficiency bonus, and I did take perception, so that my passive would be +4. Yeah.
No,
So-
that's 14.
Mine's 19, passive.
And mine's 17 passive.
All right. So both of you would notice on the other side where the people have been working on these bridges, a big pulley set up. It kind of has that weighted rope where it has the rope and a little landing. Looks like large enough for maybe 2 people, and then it's weighted on the other end. So if you kind of cut that rope, it would kind of pull you back up and probably get you about halfway up, but there's only enough room for 2 people on this.
All right. Well, dexterities. I've got a +3. 16 +3.
I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground there, boys. Go ahead.
Boot's
All
not
right.
very dexterous.
Huh?
Boot's not very dexterous.
How's Valora on dexterity? Valora?
Sorry, I'm muted on my mic. I have a +2.
Yes.
So
So
we're,
I'm
the,
just
we're,
gonna
the,
take-
we're the best. We're the best too. So you guys on the ground carry the containment box and maybe give us the paralyzers.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that worked out.
So
Don't we all have a paralyzer?
Kyle, Valora and I guess, will climb up the boom crane with the paralyzer.
Right. Yeah, let's get it done.
We got the best chance and opportunity to do it successfully. It sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. And he reaches out. He reaches out a slap 5, and starts moving towards the direction on the ground. Expecting you guys to go up.
All right. But
So-
I guess that's the battle plan then.
Yeah. He already started walking, so I mean, yeah. Let's go.
I'll just run it right across the bottom. Boot, what do you plan on doing?
I'm not taking the rope up, but what are the other options that we found?
You can see the tower itself. You can climb up that. You can climb up the scaffolding, which would be athletics or acrobatics. You also have the pulley. I don't know who's taking that one, but
I'll probably take the scaffolding.
alrighty.
All right. So, and I'll take the boom and I'll grab one of the paralyzers. That way, I'm up there and close to the portal to shoot this thing at it.
You mean the containment cube? Because everybody has the paralyzer. Pack.
Oh, everybody has paralyzers. Oh no,
Yep.
somebody probably on the ground needs to. Oh no, somebody on the scaffolding needs the containment cube.
I'll toss one to you. If you guys are going up there and then Fennec and I are not going up there, I'll toss one to you.
So one should go up the tower, one up the pulley,
You only got 2.
and what? Maybe 2 up the scaffolding. One with the paralyzer running, and one with the containment cube open.
But you can't really just hold it open.
Would that work, guys? I mean, what do you think?
You can't really hold the cube open for longer than a few seconds.
Yeah, it's sort of like a one-use thing unless you have to reset it.
Right, gotcha.
Okay. But so this is it. Why don't you two take the cube, and do whatever you want on the way up. I'm going to take this pulley, and he's very, looks like he's admiring it. I mean, it's a mechanical thing. He thinks it's awesome.
Okay.
And,
I get it.
Boot here will take another way. It's just fine. But this is get the fuck out. Let's get up there.
Okay. So it's Fennec up the pulley, scaffolds, and Valora. Is it cool? You go up the tower and all that. That way you got it at another angle.
Sure, it should provide me range as well.
Ah, right.
All right.
Excellent. Yes. Perfect.
Let me get. Might as well just jump into initiative. Give me initiative rolls for everybody.
Yeah.
Be able to start climbing this building and dealing with this thing.
Woo! I hate that shit. Got a natural 20, but I wasted it on fucking initiative.
Let's see. Was that a 19 yours, Brandon, or was that from before?
That was from before.
Okay,
Mine's
yeah.
down towards the bottom.
Okay, got it. Yep. So it's going to be Arn, Fennec, and then
What is Valora? You want to post it in the chat box there. Or Tori, yeah. Okay, it's Fennec. I don't see.
yep. And so I got Arn, Fennec, then Valora, then Gorshak, and Boots is last. So Arn, you were up first as you kind of look at this pulley, the scaffolding in the tower. When you look up the top of this Mercy Bridge, you can see this huge three-legged, three-armed sort of demonic creature pulling itself through the portal. In one hand, it holds this kind of limp body of this girl, Kyra. And he kind of just throws her to the ground. You can hear the sickening crunch of her bones when she hits the top of the bridge. You can see each of his hands kind of grow out, and they glow with this deep reddish, almost purplish sort of glow. And the little flames pop up on each hand. But you were up first. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, Fennec is going up the pulley. Boot and I are going up the scaffolding, and Valora's going up the tower. So I'm going to start by scrambling up this scaffolding to get up to the topmost platform that's still shattered, broken, compromised in any way that would be ultimately dangerous.
Good.
And I'm scrambling up as fast as I can. I have running action, which I can use as a dash, so I can do like two movements, 230 speed movements, in one melee round, as it were.
You can technically do three.
Hopefully to get yourself up to the top as quickly as possible and distract this thing while Boot gets up.
Nice.
Initiative, and he's behind me on the scaffold, so.
All right. Yeah, when you start climbing up the scaffolding, you can see all these little imp-like creatures kind of fluttering through the scaffolding, almost like a swarm of bats or something. But give me either athletics or acrobatics first for your climb check.
Yeah, acrobatics is mine. 16 plus 3 is 19.
Nice. So yeah, he kind of climb up to this first one, kind of get stable on one of these platforms. Right in front of you is this about a 10-foot gap in between these two before you can start climbing up some more. You could try to leap across it or kind of hold your position, but as you kind of turn to look over your shoulder, you see that huge swarm of those imp creatures just fluttering towards you, bashing, kind of slamming into you, fluttering past you. I need a dexterity saving throw first.
Okay. 21.
Nice. So you feel a few of them kind of bash into you. Most of them kind of flutter around you a little bit as you kind of take cover, waiting for these things to pass. They all blow past you. Right in front of you, though, is this gap. Since you're taking that dash action, if you want to make a check to jump that gap and then climb up the next level, you can.
I think what I'm going to do is, since it was my rope, and I'm sure Boot handed it back to me, what I'm going to do is kind of make like a heavy ball knot on the end of it throw it up to get it over one of the rungs and the next one, and slide it down and all that, and use it where we can just rope climb that gap and then get onto the rest of the ladder up to the topmost scaffold.
Okay, you can do that. Yep, that'll count as your action if that's cool. But
yeah, that's fine.
Yep, that'll work for everybody.
I'd rather do that, so it's easy for Boot to get up as well as me.
Yep. So as you're kind of working on tying this knot and stuff, you see more of these little imp things kind of swarm around you. Fennec, you are up. You can see Arn up above tying off this rope, so you guys can get across there easier as well.
Yeah. Noticing what's happening, I'm gonna wait till he's finished. So I know I can't hold my movement, but I can hold a dash across it.
Okay. Yeah. So if you wanna, are you taking the pulley up or?
Yeah, he's taking the pulley.
That's right. So I'm gonna pulley myself up to the next level.
All right. You will have to hold yours until Boots, because Boots is going up the pulley with you too. Is that correct?
No, Boot
No,
is
I'm
on
taking
the
scaffolding.
scaffold with me.
Okay. And then Flora's taking the tower. Okay, so yeah, just you, Fennec. So yeah, you can kind of snap this rope that you're on the other end of this pulley, Fennec, and you just feel your stomach drop as this thing skyrockets upwards. Finally coming to like a slamming stop. You're 2 stories up, so you're just 1 story up above where Arn is setting this rope. You can see this Gorshak kind of spin around, looking down at you, these 3 hands that are full of flame as it kind of roars out. Valora, you are up.
Can I do as a minor thing? Can I start to tie my rope around a crossbow bolt because I want to shoot it up to the next level?
To the next level? Yeah. Yep.
Because I'll be able to use the pulley again, right? That's as far as.
Right, yeah. They went all the way up to where it would go, yep.
All right, okay. Yeah, I want to be able to shoot my rope up to that next level. So.
Gotcha. And Valora?
Valora is going to go ahead and move up the tower. I'm guessing it's a double action to try to go up it.
Okay. Yep, athletics, acrobatics, whichever one you want to use.
That is a 19 acrobatics.
Nice. So yeah, you get up about halfway, and you can see the little platform beside you where Arn is tying off this rope. I mean, if you want to continue up the tower, you can, or you can go over to his rope and go up from there. I'm not sure which way you want to go. You see all those little swarming imps still around, though.
Are they around the tower as well?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and continue up the tower.
Okay.
But I'm also going to, as a free action, yell, if we can get the girl quickly, bring her to me. I can try to save her if she's dying.
So yeah, as you get ready to climb up, you see more of these little creatures kind of flutter down. They just start slamming into you, swarming around you, trying to knock you from the tower. Give me a dex save first.
That is an 18.
Nice. You guys are rolling really well. So yeah, you're able to kind of hold on while these things just batter into you before they kind of change direction and start diving down towards where Boots is at. You can give me one more climb check to get up to the second, or actually I guess it would be, the second story.
All right. That time I rolled a 16, so that's a 20.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, you kind of climb up. You're just across from where Fennec is at the moment as well. From here, this is like the top of the tower of where you can climb anyway. You'd have to step over and then climb the rest of the way up the scaffolding. But you see Gorshak lets out this huge roar as he looks down at you, Fennec. You can see one of these arms jut forward, this bright blue flare up and then rush towards you. Basically magical missiling you, unless you have something to stop that.
No.
Do you have a shield potion?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have a shield spell as an alchemist or as an artificer?
12 points of damage, Fennec.
Ouch.
Maybe you won't be able to do this. He falls to the ground.
With that, you can see that he kind of spins around, looking at where you're at, Valora, and he opens up his mouth. You see this rush of flame just pour forth. I need a dexterity saving throw from you. Yep. Do what?
Fennec, we can hardly hear you, man.
No, I'm here. Sorry. I screwed up. I think I might have something I can do that.
If you want to give me that dexterity savings throw for Laura, you can. It's a DC 16.
No, I
Sorry,
guess not. Damn it. I had Shield of Fate, but it has to be a bonus action on my action. You know what I mean, at my turn, so. Alright. Damn it.
What'd you get for?
Oh, there's another dexterity save.
Yeah, one dexterity save. DC 16 as this thing opens up, unless you rolled already and I missed it. He's getting ready to breathe fire on you, though.
Oh, okay. 13 plus 2, so 15. I just under.
Well, that's not very good anyway. 8 points of flame damage.
So now.
Yeah, you see this gout of almost like a very liquidy flame just kind of spew forth, slathering the side of this building, kind of crawling down the side of your body, burning into your skin. And that puts Boots up. You can see the other three above you.
Climb, Boots,
So-
climb.
Athletics going to climb up the scaffolding.
Okay.
22. And
Damn.
as I'm doing it, I'm going to mutter, should have killed the girl.
Yep, so are you taking like a dash action to try and do 2 levels?
Yeah, I'll try and get up the rest of the way if I can.
Yep, so yeah, you get up this first one where Arn has this rope as well. Both of you are able to kind of use this rope to get up towards the second. Just give me a dex save for those little imp things that are trying to knock you off. And
Man, I am terrible. That'd be a 5.
all right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you get up by where Arn is. As you kind of pull yourself up, you're just slammed in the chest by 3 of these little creatures that kind of flutter down through the scaffolding, throwing you back. That's 30 feet. That's 36. As soon as they hit you in the chest, you feel yourself get thrown back just before you're able to catch your balance. You feel yourself kind of falling through the air and hit the ground hard. It's going to be 12 points of damage to you, Boots.
Ouch.
You feel your head crack against the stone, the cobblestone street and below you. Just behind you, you hear that heavy thud and then another thud. And as you kind of open your eyes and look up, you see the 3 glaring faces of this flesh golem zombie thing standing above you, staring down at you.
Should have killed the girl. That's all I'm going to say.
Back to the top of the thing in Arn. You got 1 more level to go up to where this demon is up above you, about 30 feet above you.
Well, yeah, but to try to give Boot a chance, I pull out my ectoplasmic revolver and shoot 2 shots into this 3-headed zombie golem thing.
All right.
And the first one is definitely going to be a miss. Even with the 6 plus 2, it's only 8. And the second one might be a hit with the 15 plus 2, 17.
Yep, that's a hit.
15 plus 3, 18. I'm sorry, 15 plus 3, 18.
Yep.
That's a
Damage
hit.
on that one? Yep, that's a hit.
8. A full 8.
Nice. So just as it's kind of reaching down towards you, Boots, you can see this heavy blast explode across his chest, and it kind of reels back, taking a step back, lets out this kind of a annoyed growl as it looks up at Arn up above. You still have a movement action if you want to take one, Arn.
I have a movement.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be a long way around doing things, but so leap off the ladder with my long sword in hand to jump on this thing and stab it with my long sword.
The big zombie thing down below you? All right. Yeah, you can move all the way back down until you just kind of sliding down the rope to this thing. So you kind of come to a stop at the end there, right beside Boots.
I was actually talking about a flying leap there, bro.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Yeah, that's cool enough. Yeah, what the hell?
What?
I'll give you
dexterity
disadvantage to hit it, though.
check? What, dexterity check first to land on it, or what? Or just disadvantage to hit it?
Yep, just disadvantage to hit it because you can slide down off the rope to the bottom without a problem. So just give me disadvantage to actually hit it.
The disadvantage would be what? How many points?
You roll twice and take the lower of the 2 numbers.
Well, I roll twice to take the lower of the 2 numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the lower was 13 plus 2, 15.
Actually, that's right on the money. So yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead and do just your basic sword damage, whatever, 1d8 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 6.
Got it.
Would he by chance get any sneak attack for it?
Not in this case, no.
Yeah.
It does know you're up there. I mean, it was kind of looking up at you.
Probably because I did a death howl while I was jumping down on it, so he probably saw me coming.
So yeah, you're back down at the bottom beside Boots then as the other two are climbing up. Fennec, you are up. You're 30 feet from the top of this tower. This huge creature's arms kind of glowing again with these blue
I'm
flames.
just going to roll a death saving throw because I'm down.
Oh, geez. Okay.
All right. Well, here. I'm just going to roll them. And you guys, if you get, you know what I mean, when things make it so that I don't have to roll them anymore or whatever happens, I'm not telling you.
All right.
Okay.
So that skips ahead to Valora. And you're on the side of the tower. See Fennec drop on this platform that he's on. This containment cube in his hand, just kind of dangling over the edge of his pulley, just at the tips of his fingers. Up above, you have this demon who's kind of staring down. And way down below you, you have Boots and Arn fighting this thing.
Not a good day. This is not a good day. Is the where Fennec is it some place that I could possibly easily get to in a movement?
I would need a dexterity saving throw for you to get over there between the scaffolding and the imp things and everything else. But yes, you could move to it. Yep.
I got a 17 dexterity save.
Yep. So you kind of climb through the scaffolding, reach into the edge of this pulley, and pull yourself up on there. You can see Fennec is unconscious. This containment cube just kind of dangling out of his fingers. As you kind of reach for, you can see it kind of slips. Give me a sleight of hand to catch this thing.
So dexterity. 18.
Yes. So yeah, as soon as you see that, you kind of reach out and grab a hold of it, maybe the end of the rope or something that it's tied to, just before it falls over the edge of this pulley platform.
And as I bring that back up, my hand goes up and a spectral figure of Fennec kind of appears in front of me. I just push it back down. I'm using Spare the Dying, so you don't have to do any more death saves. I didn't get you up, but you don't have to do any death saves.
Cool, thanks.
Nice. That's a cool spell.
That put Gorshak up. So as you kind of do that, just as you kind of look over to see what's going on above you, Valora, you see this demon kind of staring down at you. He's going to magic missile you, too.
Oh, jeez.
That's not good.
Points of damage on that one, Valora.
How much?
10.
10? All right.
As these three little balls of flame, bluish-colored flame, kind of smack into you one right after the other. And everybody's out of his breath, so that puts Boots, you are up.
Get
All right.
Get up.
You can see Arn beside you kind of grab a hold of you, trying to lift you up as this thing's standing there in front of you.
All right. I'm going to stand up and kind of stumble and try and get under a bit of cover away from this thing. I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out this little paper satchel, unfurl it, and it's just going to have this like pile of dried leaves and other things. And I'm just going to start eating it. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
Nice.
You're just sitting back having a snack, letting the other guys deal with it.
Oh, it tastes like shit. It tastes awful.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Spellcaster modifier wisdom. 2, 9. Yay. A little bit.
Nice. And that puts the zombie thing up, but since he stepped back, you're the one that's kind of standing right in front of this thing, Arn, because it's two huge army club things with faces at the end come swinging in. It's a 19 and a 17, which both hit.
Oh, boy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 damage as they both come in, slamming into your chest. You can feel these long teeth kind of dig into your bones as it pulls away, ripping bits of your flesh away. It lets out a bit of a roar.
Jeez.
And that is the end of the round, so Arn, you are up.
Man, there's so much going on here. Well, that's where this spell comes in then. I'm sick of this damn zombie golem thing. Color spray. My arcane trickster has color spray.
All right. What's it do, or what do I got to roll, or what do you got to roll? Or?
Okay, color spray. Dazzling array of flashing colored light spraying from your hand. Roll 6 die 10. That's the total amount of hit points that it can affect. I've got 9, 7, 8, 1, and 2. So I got 10, 20, 27 hit points worth of creature I can affect.
This thing has 26 left, so you have 1 to spare. What's it do?
Okay. Is blinded until the spell ends, and it lasts 1 full round, not melee round, 1 full round.
Got it.
So this thing is blind.
Blinded. And all the while, it's going to be blinded for a while, too, because it's all the way around. Okay.
All right. So it can only take wild swings, I guess, at a significant disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
That it can't do much of anything else.
All right, yeah. So you see this thing just kind of flail about wildly. These bright lights kind of explode on its face, all 3 of its faces, I guess. You still have a movement action if you wanted to start climbing up, or if you're trying to get away from this thing, or.
Well, I'm trying to, even though I'm really hurting and all that, trying to get over to Boot and see how he's doing. We got to get up the scaffold. So my action is just to get the Boot, get him up, and we got to get moving.
All right.
Well, didn't you say that it hit for 26? And you said, I mean, it only had 26 and it hit for 27, so the thing died?
No, it affects 26 hit points worth of creatures, but this thing had 26. So that took the whole spell to blind it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. So you're getting ready. So Fennec, you are not dying, at least.
I'm playing dead.
Oh, we can't afford to play dead.
I don't have any choice. I have 0 hit points, but I'm not dying anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I only have cantrips. I don't have any major spells.
No, it's all good. I mean, if somebody has cure wounds or something, they could come and help me. But besides that, that's all. I mean, I will lay here until you guys move me. I am weekend at Bernie's.
That's nice.
Boot has a no. I have the containment unit, right? One of them.
Yep.
Yeah, one of them was just strapped to my wrist, like how I have it until I throw it. Yeah.
Right.
Valora has the one that you had.
I see Valora up there on the thing. How much of this bridge is constructed? How much of it can we cross to get underneath the portal where this thing is?
Most of the bridge is pretty much constructed. They've just been kind of repairing it and fixing it. I mean, you could definitely cross the whole thing when you get up there.
When we get up there.
Yep.
We got to get up on the tower to get up there?
Either climb up the scaffolding or up the tower or something to get to the bridge, yeah.
Oh, this is like a... Yeah, I think I know what kind of bridge you're talking this is. Okay.
Well, Fennec, you're doing that. So, let's see, Valora, you would be up then. As you're on this platform with Fennec, grabbed a hold of this thing just before it went over, before getting slammed by the magic missiles.
All right. And how far away is Gorshak away from us?
30 feet above you. It's a clear shot to climb right up the last bits of scaffolding right there. Unless you do something else, but 30 feet.
So I'm really thinking about crossing them streams while you're unconscious and can't tell me no.
Hey, you do what you guys to do, brother. I wouldn't even know what happened.
Yeah, he's got 1 foot between the pearly gates and the material world, so
Were we ever informed what could happen if we cross the streams?
It was going to seriously intensify everything that was happening. Seriously, like act of God. Seriously, maybe.
Well, we might need
it's all theory. It's all theory. He's never done it, so. But yes, act of God level maybe.
Act of God sounds really nice.
Give me 1 sec, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, my son woke up for a second. All right, he's good though. Sorry, Vlar, go ahead.
Active God sounds really nice right now. So,
That's also from the movie.
Yeah, that would have been Ray's line, right? You know, an active.
Yeah. Active God type stuff here, man.
so with one hand, I'm grabbing his gauntlet, his web shooter version of the paralyzer he has, to point at Gorshak. I'm going to point with mine as well and try to activate his and mine at the same time. Is that going to by chance take an action, or is that going to be considered something I can do as my regular action?
It would be a regular action.
All right, then I'm going to hex him with my bonus action, so I can do more damage to him and give him disadvantage to Constitution saves in case I somehow survive after this.
All right. Oh, give me
a roll.
Constitution saving throw from you first.
That is a natural 20.
Nice. Jeez, you guys. Yeah, as soon as you kind of...
It teased me with the 2 and then finished.
See, the thing is Morgan, we sit there and we rub the dice between both hands, and we roll on it, and we kiss it, and that's why it treats us nice.
Apparently. Only Boots had a couple bad rolls here.
The dice I'm using have their own wormwood dice box for themselves. They are kept away from everyone else.
I'll have to get some of them. So yeah, you kind of cross the streams here, starting to target this thing. You can feel the power just kind of course through your entire body, shaking your bones right in your body as they cross through. Why don't you give me, let's say 3d12 damage.
3d12. Wow, that's serious stuff there.
6, 17, and 10, 27, and then 5 necrotic damage with that. So that's 33 altogether.
Got it. So you see this, is it kind of these 3 arms? You see those
plus 3 more because my charisma gets added to it.
Got it. See these balls of light form in each hand as this thing reaches over and getting ready to basically magic missile you again. Just as this one hand comes up, when you kind of cross the streams and hit this thing, it just completely blows off one of its arms. You can see all this meat just kind of raining down around you, kind of sizzling in the air, plopping beside your feet. Gorshak is up. He only has 2 attacks since you blew off his arm. I need
Senor got the Kalar.
Strength saving throw from you first, Valora.
What saving throw?
Strength.
Strength. Oh, one I really don't want to do. Rolled a 15, so that's a 14.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel like this heavy push in your chest, almost like he's trying to shove you off this platform. You kind of take a step back. Being that he isn't able to knock you over, I'm just going to use the 1 magic missile for 3 points of damage. But yeah, he kind of shoves his hand forward, almost like he's trying to hit you with it. And you can feel that heavy blow right in your chest that shoves you back. Kind of take a step back. You can feel your back foot slipping off this platform, but you're able to hold yourself and fight back against this, holding on to these paralyzers as you blast this thing. So yeah, just 3 points of damage for the 1 magic missile.
Yep.
And that puts Boots up. You can see Arn getting ready to climb up the scaffolding with you, making sure you're okay. This zombie looks completely chaotic at the moment, just flailing wildly a few steps away.
All right.
Kick it into the...
Arn is going up the ladder, right, to help Vel?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going up the ladder.
Okay.
I've already got part way up.
Why don't you both give me climb checks? I only 2 of them.
Oh, no,
Athletics or
I'm not
acrobatics?
climbing up.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, I am going to keep Big and Ugly distracted.
Okay.
Yeah, just shout at it. He's blind. And just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh, wait, it's blinded. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, hell with it. Yeah, I'm just going to climb up if it's blinded. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this thing on its turn is just flailing about wildly because it doesn't realize you left anyway. So if Boots and Arn, both of you can give me 2 climb checks using athletics or acrobatics.
First one's a 5 for me.
Alright.
Wait, no. That's a 7.
Nice.
Proficiency.
Oh man, don't overdo it.
I got a 16 plus 3, 19.
Nice.
19.
So yeah, you see Arn just scale up this stuff without a breeze. Right behind you, Boots. You travel up half of the way before your foot slips and you just kind of hit the ground again. You're only a few steps off, so you didn't go very far. But Arn, if you want to give me one climb check to make sure you can get up to the 2nd level.
Let's see. I got.
We're only crossing 2 streams.
Wow. 18 plus 3, 21.
Beautiful. So yeah, you climb up the stuff with a breeze, kind of dodging in between the scaffolding, working your way around these little imp things that are flying around. You're on the 2nd. And Boots, you can give me one more since you didn't even make it up the 3 rungs.
$14 that time.
Nice. So yeah, you're able to get up. You're about 30 feet up now. Arn is up ahead of you a little bit. That would be the end of the round. So technically, you are back again, Arn. So yeah, you're about 30 feet below Gorshak as he's up above you. That's just a straight climb up. You can see across the way Valora blasting this thing with Fennec's gauntlet as well as her own weapon.
Okay, well, I tossed the containment box on the platform of the scaffold. I don't hit it to open it just yet.
Okay.
But after I do that, I grab the paralyzer and I shoot at it along with the stream of Valora, or the 2 streams of Valora.
Alrighty.
So you're crossing the 3rd stream?
I'm crossing a 3rd stream.
Oh shit.
All right, go ahead and do your attack.
Close to a godlike manner.
Go ahead and do your attack roll first.
Do my attack roll. 13 plus 2, 15.
No, that is not quite. Yeah, you kind of cross into streams. You can feel this whole thing begin to quake. This whole bridge starts to shake a little bit. You focus on. It's still hitting this creature. You're still holding it in place. It seems to be fighting back against it, but you not seem to be any damage with that one. Give me a Constitution save, though, Arn.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at my character sheet. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. 15 plus 2, 17.
Nice. You can see some feedback kind of coming down your revolver. You can see this yellow, like electricity, coursing up your arm. You can feel your bones and your body vibrate as you kind of crossed into this 3rd stream. This smashes into this thing. Like I said, he doesn't seem to do any damage to it, but it seems to be holding it in place at the moment. Fennec, you're still down, so Valora, you are up.
I'm going to have...
Since he crossed a stream, I'm going to say this one at least gives you advantage, though. So you can have advantage if you're attacking.
Okay. I'm definitely going to attack. 15 plus 5, so 20 to hit.
Yep. Same thing again, the 3d12.
Okay. I didn't ask before, but because I'm using Eldritch Blast, is my Eldritch Blast being supplemented, or is it being additional to 3d12?
Basically just in place, supplemented for it.
Okay. Just want to make sure before I forget it.
Just getting that way, bud.
Yep.
20, 31. So 34 force damage and 6 necrotic damage. So that's 40.
Got it. All right. So yeah, you can see that's literally like boring a hole right into the center of this thing. One of its legs kind of collapsed down and it lets out this roar.
I'm imagining as this is happening, because I'm crossing the streams, it's causing some sort of feedback as it's going through back onto me. Kalar's remnants of his power is kind of showing up, so that spectral version of me is showing more, but it's bringing out horns and kind of making like a tiefling after image over top of me as basically like this it's just this black mist coming off of me doing this, and kind of whispers of the darkness is coming out as I'm blasting into it.
So it's like you're smoldering. I do need a con save from you, though.
All right, let's see if I die. I may have died. I rolled a 1.
So yeah, you do see that
No.
feedback that's coursing down through your body. You see that almost like that mist-like apparition around you, that spectral image, and you see this bright flash right at the front of your gauntlet, and your weapon as Aaron crosses his stream with yours. Ooh, yeah. Then as soon as you can see this hole boring right through the center of this demon. Before it just completely overloads, you hear this huge blast as you feel yourself getting thrown back. You're gonna end up falling that whole way, which come to be 28 points of damage.
That is over my hit points, and since I had 17 already, I'm pretty sure I'd die on impact.
Yeah, you guys see Vlora kind of tumbling through the air.
Double what you have in hit points. So
Uh,
you hit the ground. And
it's
you-
close.
Sad, but you see your guys just kind of tumble head over head through the grounds and hit the ground with a sickening sort of splatter. Boots, you are up. You see Vlora just kind of smash into the ground right at the base of your feet.
Oh, that's a bad day.
This
Athletics
vortex is
to get
not
less
looking
on
good,
that.
though, at least for you, Arn. I mean, it's looking really messed up from all the damage that Vlora did. So,
Yeah.
sorry, I wasn't
16.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. 16 to keep climbing. Athletics.
Yep. So you were up to the second one. So Gorstak is 30 feet above you. If you have a ranged attack, you could reach him. Otherwise, you'd have to climb up one more.
Yeah, you know what? All right. So, first, I'm going to focus on him for a little bit, and my vision's going to kind of narrow a little bit. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action, which basically lets me, as long as I can see him within 90 feet, I deal bonus damage, and I have an easier time tracking.
Okay.
And then I'm going to draw out a longbow, which is like a collapsed up bow. And basically, I'm going to pull it out and extend it out open into a full longbow. And I'm going to take a shot.
Go for it.
He's hit. Doesn't by chance have an AC of 5, does he?
Nah, a little bit higher than that.
Because I rolled
So
a
you
6.
see your arrow kind of thud into the side of his shoulder, just kind of melt away from the infernal heat of this thing. See a little flame kind of pop up and burn right away. You still have your move action if you wanted to climb up, though.
Yeah. Make another climb up. Oh, wait, no. Did I already climb?
Well,
Yeah,
you
you're
still have your
climbing.
move action, so I mean, you could make your last climb up to the top if you wanted.
Okay. Well, no.
I just combined that one with the last one as well.
16.
So yeah, you drop this another arrow in, kind of fling your bow across your back and climb up the last of this. As you pull yourself over the ledge of this bridge, you can see this demon kind of swing around. You only come up to about his kneecaps. It's probably about 25 feet in height. One of his 3 kneecaps, anyway, that you're staring at as it kind of swings around to look down at you. You see this huge burn hole right through the center of it. And Arn, you are up. This thing is not looking good at all.
It's not looking good,
No.
as in it's looking tougher than ever. Or
Oh, it's looking weaker than ever.
oh, okay. As I can hear Boot behind me coming up and all that, to get his paralyzer out, and I'm standing right by the containment box, and I shoot the paralyzer at it, and to try to hold it off and wait for Boot to get there. Maybe we could blast at it and draw this thing into the containment box in the next round, melee round or so.
All right. Let's see. Then in that case, Arn, why don't you give me your attack roll first?
Oh, hallelujah. Natural 20 again. Woo.
Jeez. All right. Damage.
Woo.
Either roll
Stop
twice.
taking all the good rolls. You're cursing me.
And is that the 3d6 or is it 2d6 for me, or what is it? 1d6? I mean,
Well,
1d20.
yeah, you don't have the streams anymore, so just whatever your normal damage is, you can either double it or roll twice. Your choice.
I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, it's a 7 doubled is 14. I'll take the 14.
All right.
God, I love that number 7 on that 8-sided dice. Woo!
Boots, why don't you go ahead and do your attack, and then I'll do the containment save.
All right, I'm gonna draw my short swords and attack him with those.
Alrighty, go for it.
While he's doing
DC
that,
17.
I'll do my movement action by hitting the containment box and break it open.
Perfect.
Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Does a natural 20 hit?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
If it must.
All right. So I'm gonna roll twice. Sorry. 5, 6, 11, 14. Is it undead or is it demonic?
It's demonic.
Okay. Nope. 14. 18 damage.
Nice.
It's a bonus D6 on the Hunter's Mark, so.
Okay. That puts him at, let's see, I got to make his DC saving throw. So it's a DC 20. He's got -4 since you both hit him, but he has 8 hit points, so he has a total of +4 to his roll. So anybody want to guess what I rolled?
A line.
You got a 1, didn't you?
A 2. So yeah, you guys, as soon as you hit that containment unit, Arn, you can see he lets out this growl, kind of smashes down onto the bridge. The whole thing starts to give away. As you hit that containment unit, it kind of opens up, and you can see his whole body start getting sucked into this thing. The bridge around you guys that you're standing on just kind of crumbles stone after stone towards you. Kind of grab that containment unit as he's finished pulling into this and just start hauling ass across this bridge. Both of you give me one more climb check to get out of the way of this falling bridge and back safely to the ground.
Climb check? Would that be acrobatics or whatever?
Athletics. Yep, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
16 athletics.
Okay.
And the same. 13 plus 3, 16.
Nice. So both of you kind of jump down to the scaffolding, maybe take Arn, your rope that you had kind of hard knotted up on there, and start sliding down. But at the time you hit the ground, you can see that the sky above kind of starts to lighten up into this nice, beautiful, clear blue day like it was before. This fog on the ground begins to just kind of drop into these little blood droplets on the ground. The whole street becomes slick with blood. You can see these big, huge crevices and craters that have been opened up, still there, but you can see all these souls and these demonic things just crawling back and slinking back into the pits there. And within just a few moments, everything's almost like this nice, beautiful blue day. Blood pouring down the streets, people lying mutilated in the streets. But you got your containment disc. Let's see, Valora's on the ground bleeding out. Fennec is on the platform bleeding out.
Thanks, fine.
Oh, no. Hold on a minute. In my backstory, it was a cleric and Fergal that saved the day for me from those scarecrows. And that cleric serves at a church here in town. So I tell Boot to grab Valora's body. I've got the containment unit in my backpack, up the scaffold, and get Fennec, and we run over to the church. See
Fennec is breathing fine. He spare the dying.
Resurrection spells going on here.
Yeah.
Will we be able to? Well, can I make a medicine check to stabilize her first?
Yep, I was going to say, what if you want to make the medicine?
Well, for
Because Fennec's already stable, so.
For Fennec, if we've got a tube and we could just pour down one of his healing potions, that might take care of him. But I don't know.
I already took it today. You can only do it once a day.
And you rolled both ones.
Only do it once a day.
Rolled 2 ones.
Gotcha. So it's off to the cleric we go. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to the cleric we go.
What'd you get for Valora's medicine check?
I got a 12.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, you're able to stabilize her. Can kind of get to the church. You can see the church is flooded with people already. But with all the priests kind of moving around, they kind of wave you to put your Fennec and Valora into the beds and stuff. They'll take care of them. See this whole thing. He says, I'll deal with your friends. You do what you've got to do. I seen you fighting the creature up above.
I have a quick question about rangers and their spells.
Sure.
I can't remember. Is it they prepare their spells like a wizard and like
No,
you?
they memorize.
So
Well-
yes, they prepare like wizards. They memorize them.
Okay.
They're not divine gifted like clerics.
So I have to prepare. If I want to cast Cure Wounds twice, I have to prepare it twice.
No, you'd have to have. That's what the whatchamacallits are for. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of tired. That's what the spell slots are for. If you have it prepared, you can do it as many times as you have spell slots.
All right, then I'm going to do Cure Wounds on Fennec. Same deal. I'm going to pull out this little packet of herbs and kind of put it in his mouth and start moving his mouth and jaw to crunch it up. And that it tastes awful. It's just bitter.
It's the taste that
Flour.
brings you back. It's the herbs are nothing but bad taste.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fennec. He doesn't call it the dung plant for nothing.
Yeah, I don't care. If it brings it back to life.
So you'll get 1d8 plus 2.
We'll roll it up.
3.
Hey. So
It's positive numbers.
yeah. So you know what I mean, I'm not going to that church. So if we got to bring Valora there, that's cool. We'll go pick her up after we get done. That does preserve me to go talk to my dad, so that's good. So we drop off Valora. And
I'll tell you what, Fennec and Boot, and I hand you the containment box. You take this to your dad and all that. I'm staying with Valora. I'm going to convince this cleric he needs to work on her now.
I think that's a good idea, buddy. Come on, Boot, let's go, buddy.
Yeah, you see this priest that you've been working with, Arn, kind of works over. Flora, why don't you give yourself 1 hit point?
All right.
As he kind of does whatever he does and casts a couple spells. You can see he's pretty weakened. He doesn't have much left, but he at least gets you stable and awake so you can move. You feel like, one of your legs is all busted up pretty bad. You have a couple broken ribs. You're not doing too well, but you're alive and you're awake.
Right,
Did I kill it?
I got a good wisdom. I got +2 on medicine. I can set that leg and bandage those wounds. So yeah. Matter of fact, here, let me roll. Yeah, 218. How did I do there, GM?
So yeah, you make her a crutch out of one of the kind of broken tree limbs that are outside and bandage her leg and set that bone up nice. It hurts like hell, Valora, but like I said, you're alive.
Dear
So.
God.
Damn it, because you got to understand, Fennec, Boot, Valora, Fergal, and this cleric, that's all the family I got. So, and to keep us all around.
Let's see. Boots and Finnick, you guys are headed back to the fire station. When you get back there, you can see the whole street, like I said, is just covered in blood and gore. You can see a few bodies out there. As soon as you walk through the door, you can see your father at the end of the hallway, Finnick, lying on the ground in this little pool of blood.
Aww.
Oh no. Yeah, he rushes.
Kind of get down there. You can see he's still alive, kind of last few gasping breaths. Kind of looks up, he says, kind of reaches up to touch the side of your cheek, Finnick, and he says, "It's your business now, son. It's your business." As he kind of lets out his last breath, you can see his chest stops moving, and his hand just kind of hits the concrete floor.
In just utter shock, he's just staring at his father. There's not tears. There's not, you know what I mean? But he's clearly sad, but he's not crying. He hugs his head, closes his eyes, and goes and puts the creature in the containment unit.
All right. I need one last save from you, then. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Well, that's definitely his thing. So, 14.
Nice. So yeah, you set this containment cube on the little platform and hit the button. You can see it kind of sinks down, and it just looks like a tube full of blood that just kind of pours into this huge boiler containment unit, pouring down through this tube and into there, and then it's just kind of dead silence as you watch this thing light up that everything's stable on this containment unit, and pops the little containment box back up for you to grab. Any last moment scenes you two do, or anybody wants to do?
Yeah. I look over to Boot. And go, well, I guess that's that, man. I feel like shit.
I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder, nod, and say, "You look it."
So
We'll
is
give
it
him a
kinda-
good burial. We'll take care of the man.
And Valora and I.
Hold on. I got this.
What do you say, Valora? Valora and I just look out
You're not even there yet. Hold
at the sun streaming through the stained glass window of the church.
Yeah. But you're not there yet. Hold on.
Okay.
So he looks at Boot and goes, yeah, we'll give him a great service. He'll be known. I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna push this on because you want to know something. We ain't afraid of no ghosts. You still got that bad feeling?
I've always got a bad feeling about this.
Is he Bankman? Is that who he is?
I think we're gonna have good business, my friend. And he slaps him really strong on the shoulder, and then goes over and has his moment with his father where he does weep and so on and so forth, and then gets the corner, yada yada yada, takes care of all that business, and a new day is arising.
Nice. So yeah, last thing we see of you two is Boots and Finnick kind of looking down at the old man's body. Back at the church, Valora and Arn, what are you guys' ending scenes?
But probably sitting on the end of her cot and all that, and just looking up at the beautiful sunshine coming through the stained glass windows, and just, well, for Arn, just kind of smiling and going through this one.
Nice.
What about Valora? What are you thinking?
I can't say her own. I can't say my own character's name. Valora looks at Arn and goes, "So did Fennec live?
Think what?
Did Fennec live?"
Yes, he's over with his dad and Boot. Because
Good.
I don't know about we don't know about Fergal's death yet. So
No, not at all.
right. So I just say he's over with his dad and Boot.
Good.
Putting the dude in the containment unit.
Good, because I'm going to slap the crap out of him for dying before even attacking the creature. He's going to be hurt so bad. You know who he's going to call? Probably. I'm going to kill him.
Nice.
Probably Father Patrick over here, right? Yeah.
So you guys save the city of Rûl. It's in ruins and covered in gore and blood and three-headed zombie bits and pieces, but you were alive. The city saved.
Wow. And we lived.
We
Well,
did
so-
it. We all lived.
I almost
sort
killed
of.
it. I almost killed it.
Awesome. Let me stop the stream real quick.